The voice of Jedi Johnson narrates the way, and the ever-steady Styx point shall rot away your brain. Bad to the bone, bruise the fur, pick up for days on days, and the great sound covers Boba Fett's have bad mighty to slay. We are all damage of damage. We are all damage of damage. We are all damage. The qualified, we are prepared.
And hello and welcome to another brand new episode of The Qualified. I'm your cousin Jedi, joined this week by the now steady again Styx Boy 73. He was
from the great Niagara Falls area.
He was testing gravity at Niagara Falls last week. And the architect, joesduelin. Hey, you may have to put Dom on a milk carton, Joe. I think.
I know. I don't know.
I don't know what's going on with Dom. I think they have finally lured him over to SNS, and he's just happier there, I guess.
He pops on. He pops on all kinds of shows now. He's all over the place.
So I don't think we're his priority anymore. And
he has to remember where his home is.
We're going to dock his pay. We're docking his pay. I've had it. Oof.
Yeah.
So hello everybody. Hope everybody. We thank those that are ignoring the World Cup and the NBA Finals to join us here live.
USA.
Tonight. Yeah. So we I don't know what's going on in the Stanley Cup. I can't comment on that.
Oh, it's great. The games have been fantastic. Carolina won last night.
Yeah.
So
I think that's going to go 7.
Yeah.
I think I don't know. I haven't checked in on the score. I assume that the NBA, after the Spurs had their souls crushed on Wednesday with that terrible collapse in the fourth quarter, that I assume they're just gonna come out and just wave the white flag tonight and get it over with. Because
please do.
Yuck. But we got a good show for you tonight. Exciting show. I'm wearing the appropriate attire.
There you go. Nice.
For tonight's show, we're going to look at some. I don't really know.
I got Frank right over my shoulder here. I got Frank staring at me.
I know we're doing
right
Frazetta and Frazetta.
That's not Frank
adjacent.
Right?
I don't know exactly what the angle is.
Frazetta.
Let us know. Yeah.
We're just going to look at a bunch of good Frazetta artwork and covers. That's what it's all about. People should remember Frank. He is a legend.
And my pickups are also going to kind of correspond with the Frazetta angle tonight.
Very nice. Very nice. And
having said all of that,
I got double Frazettas. I got what? I got Frank over here. I got Frank behind me and did the gauntlet poster. Unfortunately, you get the light flare right over Sandra Locke on that movie poster, so you can't see her, but you can see Clint. Clint's there. There's Clint.
Tiny eyes staring at
me. I need a bigger boat.
Let's roll into it.
Let's
if we can.
Let's get into it. I think I might have done okay this week. We'll see.
I'm drinking. I've been drinking green tea all goddamn day.
All right, welcome to Just Looking In, where I either pick an artist or a topic, or I don't know, whatever feels interesting this week. And this week I felt a little bubbly, let's say. So I went with bubble helmets.
Okay.
I love bubble helmets.
We already done bubble baths, but okay, you took a different.
We did baths not that long ago, so I was like, but I do love a good bubble helmet cover, and why not start with one of the best, the Alien Worlds 4, beautiful Dave Stevens cover, Pacific Comics, 1983. I know I always stack. I always buy these. I just always seem to buy them whenever they come up, and I find them reasonable and they're sitting around. I buy them. I have a bunch of them.
I think I have this one. I think
it's a great cover. You need the helmet in space to breathe, but you don't need pants. It's important to know. It's very important to know.
Not that cold up there.
The fun thing is, though, if you are a bubble helmet collector and you like a good, ladies with the bubble helmet, space sci-fi covers, Alien Worlds gives it to you. And this is somebody we've covered before, John Bolton. I love John Bolton covers. And Alien Worlds 5, this can be found very cheaply. I find it in dollar bins all the time, and I will always pick it up when it's in dollar bins. But Alien Worlds 5, 1983 Pacific Comics, beautiful John Bolton cover.
Every time I look for Dave Stevens, every time I look at Dave Stevens, I get the hankering to just see what's out there on the bay or whatever. And I'll look at Dave. I always expect them to be more expensive than they really are. They're not terribly expensive.
It's not. There was, for a long time, Dave Stevens stuff was all very reasonable. There's that huge run up in price, and then it came back down to earth. A handful of the books are still pretty pricey, but
a lot of it you can get 9/8 for. You can get 9/8 of some of his more notable covers for under $200, which is I expect it to be. I always expect it to be more, but I'm always surprised.
Yeah, it's pretty reasonable stuff. And like I said, stuff like this, like John Bolton stuff, and Bolton's amazing. Great artist. Like I said, I find this in dollar bins all the time, and I don't know, I probably have 5 or 6 copies floating around just because I'll pick it up every time I see it for $1. Next up on our list, it'd be wrong if I didn't have a Barbarella cover on here. Yukio Shizumu. This is Barbarella 12. This is the 1 in 10 from 2018. Just a cool Barbarella cover. Nice little ratio.
That big bubble for that hair. I mean, that's.
I know.
Can you just imagine how much you could? It's like, can you take your hair down? We could fit you in a smaller helmet. No, I need the big one.
And a lot of Barbarella covers, you don't get a bubble helmet on there. It's pretty rare, but this was a cool kind of unique fun. I mean, when it's Dynamite, I kind of expect the basics, especially in newer Dynamite stuff. It's like, oh, it's a cool cover, but rarely do they go artsy and kind of really out there and cool. This is a cool cover.
All of those moons and planets are dangerously close to that big planet, but one of them is really dangerously close.
Yes. Yes.
Rubbing it.
Yeah, all those rockets don't help either. But I dig it. And it's you get the double. You get a bubble helmet and you get a chick riding a rocket. So you get a twofer. Next on our list, speaking of ladies on rockets, it'd be wrong if I didn't add some Betty Page, if I could find her in a bubble helmet, and she is in a bubble helmet. This is Betty Page, the Alien Agenda #1. This was the GalaxyCon exclusive in 2021. Nice Suspiria cover. I actually have a few of these as well. It's hard for me to pass up a Betty Page cover. I love Suspiria, and this is earlier Suspiria. So, this is before everyone knew the name. So it's a good cover. And to stick with the theme, because I like to, Betty Page, the Alien Agenda #5 did have a nice little bondage cover there as well. I love Jimmy Broxton covers. Jimmy Broxton covers are fantastic, and you got a bubble helmet there. So
I don't think that helmet has anything to do with the atmosphere. I think there's just some weird shit going on. Doesn't it? That one.
But I'm gonna be okay with it. All the Jimmy Broxton covers off of the Alien Agenda are fantastic. I love Jimmy Broxton. His Betty stuff is wonderful. Let's see. Next up, again, another one that it's a book that on the eBay it'll be a $10 or $15 book sometimes, but I still find it in bins relatively cheap. I found it in dollar bins. I found it in $5 bins. I found it in cheap bins all the time. Celestial Mechanics #3. The Michael Okamoto cover, Innovation Comics. Again, between
Love Innovation.
PC, Innovation, those are huge dollar bin books that always seem to be in dollar bins for some reason.
Too, isn't it? Isn't it a wraparound cover? Yeah,
it is. And they're great. They have fantastic titles. They have amazing artwork. Like I said, I'll pick them up all day. They will have their day at some point.
Yes,
but
I agree.
again, some great books, great covers. Again, showing that, you know, you need the bubble to breathe, but you still don't need pants. Pants are optional.
I don't know why we spend all that money on pants in our space program. Obviously,
I don't know. It's unnecessary. Absolutely unnecessary. Now I wanted to go a little bit older with something a little bit fun here, and we got a little Charlton, little Go-Go number 8, John D'Agostino cover. So we get a little out of sight. Miss Bikini's in space again. No pants needed.
I don't mind.
Oh, nice little skirt.
Yeah, and you got the monkeys on the cover of this as well, which is fantastic.
Hey.
Well, I mean, it was the space age, where there was always a monkey going up in space, so it fits.
Yeah, it is true. That is true. But yeah, this was good. This was a good fun one. This was a nice little deep cut for a bubble helmet cover. Let's see. Next up, I love me some Steve Mannion. Everyone knows how much I love Steve Mannion. This is a good one to hunt for. You know, everyone knows the Fearless Dawn stuff that's out there and stuff like that. But Hit the Terror from Beyond Space #1 from 2010.
That's a laser gun he's holding up. I was like, what is that?
Yes.
Is that some sort of talisman? Is that the talisman from the Brady Bunch that he's trying to stay back?
Oh, I thought it was an Oscar.
But
Oscar.
I am a sucker for Steve. I'm an absolute sucker for a Steve Mannion cover. And Steve Mannion cover does cool space covers and girls better than most. And like I said, he doesn't have a massive volume of stuff out there. And as someone who collects Mannion stuff,
painting, giving them pants. So I mean,
yeah, she does have pants. But it's okay. Sometimes you can have pants. So I followed it up with a little Fearless Dawn, the Bomb #3. This is cover D, the Virgin. Again, a great Steve Mannion cover, and you can find these inexpensively quite often. When he does Kickstarters and stuff like that, you can normally buy a lot of the back issues, and these are often included. The cover Ds, the sketch ones, are really fantastic, and this is just an awesome cover. I think I own 4 or 5 of these. No feet. I didn't go feet heavy this week.
No.
Let's see. Next up, I love me some Beto.
Like one of those.
Gilbert Hernandez on Love and Rocket 17. It's just a cool fucking cover. I love Love and Rockets covers, and we got our bubble helmet, and it's just a fun cover all around.
It's like one of those old school Barbie mix and match things with the crayons.
Mix and matches. Yeah. I also a big Nuno Ferretta fan when he does these pop art variants, and I did like the Chilling Adventure Presents Strange Science #1. This was from Stadium Comics. I'm a big Ronnie fan. I'm not going to pass up a good Ronnie cover. He had a good bubble helmet cover as well, and I must say this thing looks fantastic in hand. And I think I got yeah. I like I said, I had to put this in there because I knew BK would be showing up, and I didn't want to let him down. Didn't want to get yelled at. So of course, one of the most famous bubble helmet covers, Weird Fantasy 21 from 1953. Also a tie-in. You know how I like that thread to go through the show. It's a Frazetta cover. Great Frazetta cover. Great bubble helmet cover as well.
Perfect.
I love it. And I knew BK would scold me as well if I didn't include at least
he'll find some other reason to scold you though.
He will, but I'm trying to give him less reasons. So I knew he would complain if there wasn't some Wallace Wood in there as well. Because Wally Wood is famous for some of his space stuff. So I split the difference. So I got a Sally Forth #1. So It is a Wallace Wood cover, but it is a Sally Forth cover as well. So it's a good one. I like it. So
I got one book I'll show off really quick.
Oh, sure.
This is from my pickups, and since Joe is doing these bubble helmets, I said this fits right into what I picked up this week. Because I picked this up just because with Joe in mind, because I knew he'd like it. So I picked up this Doc Weird's Thrill Book number 2.
Very nice. Thrill Book. Very nice.
There you go. Got a couple of bubble helmets on there with the girl and the guy.
A little
so
Frazetta.
there you go.
A little Frazetta action. Nice tie-in.
There you go.
Very good. Love it. Fantastic. And before we say hi to everybody, I do have a my bad this week. My bad. My bad this week is you're not getting 100 Frazetta covers. You're getting 119. Sorry. I couldn't restrain myself. I did not feel like editing. So you're getting 119 covers, not 100. And you do get this beautiful, beautiful picture. This is my favorite photograph of Frank Frazetta.
Nice.
That's out there. I love it. Hey, I'm painting with my shirt off in the woods. I got a girl in a bikini on an ATV behind me holding a spear. That's awesome. Doesn't get much better than that. So
he's the man.
That is my bad for this week. You're getting a little extra content this week. So who we got hanging out with us today, Jedi?
Well, if StreamYard is correct, we have coming in and getting the gold this week is we've got Nerdy. Is that the same?
Nerdy
is
made
that what
it.
you're showing?
He made it in time. There we go. Yeah.
He just says, "What's up, Styx?" So
perfect. What's up, Nerdy? It's good to see you. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Okay, I don't know why Styx gets that special call out right there on the very first one, but okay.
Styx is awesome.
Glad to have you.
Maybe
here,
it's a
Nerdy.
what's up,
Nerdy
Styx, because he didn't show up last
Oh, maybe because he's not here yet. Okay, it's a scolding. Okay, got it.
Oh, maybe
okay, that makes more sense. It's a it's a subtle what the heck. Yeah.
Okay.
Tommy bringing in the silver. Frazetta Friday with the qualified crew. We'll catch you on the other side. Well, we'll see you on the rewind, Tommy. We will be there waiting on you. And then Nerdy, here you go. What's up, Jedi? Joe, Dom here, and Styx. Dom, we look forward to you giving Dom a little scolding too, Nerdy. I think he needs it. All right, who else we got? Grumpy Gus. What's going on, Grumpy? Evening, all.
Hey, Grumpy.
The always faithful Terry Floyd. Hey, all. What's going on, Terry?
Terry.
And the aforementioned BK. Greetings. We'll stand by for. He's going to have something. He's going to have something. Let's see who else we got. Paul. What's going on, Paul? Happy Friday, qualified. Hello, Mama Bear. Hello, Mama.
Keeper.
You and Mama had to do solo on Tuesday, didn't you?
We did, and it was a bang up. We did a bang up.
I actually went out to. I can't take my phone into where I work, so I actually went outside and checked my phone, and I checked real quick, and you guys were still going like 2 hours. It's a long show you guys did Tuesday. It's like assuming you started on time, at like 9:30.
I think we were 5 minutes behind.
Still going. Okay,
I think it was 5 minutes.
Yeah, I learned the valuable lesson as a man over 50. Don't go on a metal roof and work in 95-degree heat for a prolonged period of time.
Yeah,
didn't work out well.
I avoid the sun as much as I can. Tyson, what's going on? I am way behind on my IGs, but Dom, what's Dom hold? That's the same one as last week, right? Dom's holding.
Yep.
I can't see. It's too small on my screen. Happy Friday, y'all. Let's get the party started. Cosmic is here. Cosmic was in my my Whatnot stream that I was in that I did for about an hour earlier today. He was keeping me company when no one else was there. And that's not a focus Styx. That's not a focus Styx. I mean, it was just like there's today was like 2% commission, so a lot of heavy hitters out there. I did sell a few books though, so I was happy that. But Cosmic was there keeping me company for a while, keeping me from just talking to myself.
I'm going to run some dollar books after the show. So,
all right, yeah. I did okay. And to make it even better, I sold all the books to one person, which is always good.
Oh, that's always nice.
Makes shipping so
perfect.
much better.
That's
So,
wonderful.
yeah. Yeah. Let's see. Don't want to miss anybody. So we got Cosmic. Cosmic and I talked a little bit about his trip to Hawaii, and we just barely missed each other. We found out because he actually came to Pearl Harbor, and I was like, dude, why didn't you let me know? I work on Pearl Harbor. We could have did lunch or something. So, for all I know, we could have just been. Well, I assume if I walked by, he would say something, but yeah.
Maybe.
Strangers in the night. Yeah,
Strangers in the night.
He might pretend like he doesn't know who I am.
Oh shit, there he is.
That's a possibility.
There he is.
Let's
God
go.
damn.
Oh shit, it's freaking Jedi. Let's see. How am I ever gonna? My wife's with me. I don't want this to happen. Let's see. We got Terry. Let's see.
Hey, RP.
Did I miss RP or maybe you're ahead of me?
He just came in.
Okay.
We got Dungeon Comic
We
Crawler
got
there.
Dungeon. You got the Dungeon Comic Crawler. What's going on, Dungeon?
Welcome in.
And there's RP.
Awkward silence. There's RP. What's going on, RP? So yeah, awkward silence.
Yeah, I don't know where Dom is. I don't know. Maybe he told us in advance.
I mean,
but
I don't know. We knew he was going to be out last week. I think I think you're the one that remembered that he was going to his niece's graduation or something. This week, I don't know. Styx had told me yesterday that he was going to be on, so I wasn't worried about Styx, but I was like, I don't know where Dom is. But like I said, Dom, I bet you he's on SNS tomorrow. I bet you.
No SNS tomorrow.
No SNS. I bet you he's not on SNS tomorrow, but I bet he would be. I bet he would be if there was.
He would have
been.
I don't know where he is.
Taking my camera.
Yeah, he's caught in the SmackDown cycle. So
yeah. All righty. Well, let's everybody. We'll do some pickups.
Dom wore the wrong jersey around Madison Square Garden, and he's not going to make it.
I very much got that. Oh, you want to start with me? Sure.
Yeah. Since you already started off with one, let's.
Yeah. So I already showed my Doc Weird's Thrill book. So let's go. I went to. I'll tell a little story. I'm not going to show all the books, obviously, but me and Bruce went up to Canada this weekend for Niagara Falls Comic Con. I ended up coming home. Shocker. I ended up coming home with like 500 comics.
Wow. You didn't expect to come home?
No, I expected to come home. I just didn't expect to come home with as much as
I thought Bruce was going to sell me to some Canadians. I could have. I just knew he was going to. Just knew I was going to be sold away.
Besides the con, bowl of poutine.
Dive right into that. Besides going to the con, Bruce and I met up with another YouTuber that we know, Shane, and he took us up to a couple of comic shops up in the area. I also knew that there was a book show, like a library sale going on. So we went there on Friday, and they had 3 or 4 long boxes of comics. And so I went back on Sunday, and I bought them, whatever was left, I bought them out. So it was like fill a bag for $10. Buy 3 bags.
How's the body cavity search coming back over the border?
It was fine. Well, the way I go, they don't give 2 shits.
As far as body cavity searches go,
I mean, you know,
okay. They only use one finger.
The man with the rubber glove was surprisingly gentle.
Yeah, it's nothing out of the ordinary.
Okay. He cupped the balls while he went in and looked.
Yeah. So these were a couple con pickups that I had. I got myself a Chuck Norris.
Nice.
Yeah, I got myself a Chuck Norris. And then Humanoids #2. Spiral Zone #3. Skeleton Warriors #1.
They're bad to the bone.
Yep. I found this Blue Water Comics Ray Harryhausen 20 Million Miles More comic.
Ooh, that's fun.
I'll always pick up a Ray Harryhausen if I can find it.
Is that Moonstone? Was that from Moonstone?
Blue Water Comics.
What was his name
Blue
again?
Water. Ray Harryhausen.
That's just a fun name to say, I think.
It is a fun.
Ray Harryhausen.
Yeah, Ray Harryhausen. I do have his autograph, FYI. I think I've shown it on here a long time ago. Picked up a couple of Booster Gold stuff that they had because he was on the cover, so I picked it up. Inhumanoids #3.
Oh, nice.
Picked up a Brute Force #1.
Brute Force. That's an angry dolphin.
It is an angry dolphin. This when I went on Friday for that book sale, this is the only book that I really bought out of those comics that they had. They had a Scotty Young, Doctor Strange.
They
That's
throw it up on the whatnots. People love their Scotty.
Yep. And I picked up a couple of French Canadian comics. I picked up a Daredevil Chronicles with a Frank Miller cover.
Nice.
And
I picked up
comic, or it's just
they're regular size.
okay. It looked big.
The
It just
Daredevil
looked
might be
bigger
a
when
little
you're
bit
holding it, I
bigger.
guess.
Yeah. And then I picked up an Amazing Spider-Man with Jack-o'-lantern on the cover.
Ooh, a Spider-Man.
Letona Spider-Man. Yep. I picked up almost a complete run of this, but I'm only going to show the one book that I really bought it for. I think I've shown this before. The 666 Mark of the Beast.
It's a good cover.
Mummy cover.
Mummy. Did you order that other Mummy cover that I sent you?
No, but I probably will.
I did.
I probably will.
I did.
And we'll talk about that later. Picked up a Dino Riders #3.
Ooh, Dino Riders.
Yeah, I picked up a lot. They had a lot of great
Toy property comics.
cartoon toy comics. Silverhawks #2, and there's a #3 in there too. It's just not the right way. Pick up some issues of What the.
Oh, or all the bags the nice, ill-fitting, yellowed, stretched.
Yeah,
out bags?
these are some old ones that I have to redo them.
Sometimes I just won't buy a book if it's in a shitty bag because I hate bagging and boarding.
I hadn't heard of this book, but the covers were, well, not the issue 1, but I bought issue 1 anyway. Caliber Comics, The Realm.
Oh, nice little Caliber deep cut.
And then here's issue 2. I figured I'll try it out. Let's see here.
I like how Styx
the end here.
tries out comics that have been around for 40 years.
Yeah, I'll give it a look. See,
I'll give it a read.
so it's only 40 years old. What the hell? Visionaries issues 1 and 3.
Nice.
I picked up a Tales of G.I. Joe.
Yeah, it's hard to pass those up.
Okay. I did pick up a Terminator. This one, shoot, I didn't put any dots on this, Joe. But tell me if you recognize this this series.
Oh, no.
Tommy Gunn.
Oh, yes. I think I do have some of those floating around here somewhere.
I found this in a dollar bin at one of the comic shops. I'm like, I think Joe might like this.
Yeah, I do like tits.
It's an annual, so
Glad you got there before the 10-year-old boy did.
yes, both ends are on there. And while digging through the same dollar bin, I came across this book, and I said, I know this means something. I remember Joe showing it in a spotlight at least one time or another. So I picked this one up.
Oh yeah, that's first Darwin Cook art is in there.
Yep. So I figured I better get that since I recognize it.
Yeah, no, that's a winner. That's a good book.
Yep.
Book's interior.
And And the last one I picked up was this. Well, I mean, I picked up a whole bunch more, but I'm not going to show all of it. This Star Wars Underworld.
Yeah, I covers.
I got that to show for Dom, but Dom's not here. Where are you, Dom? Slacker. Boba Fett. All right, that's it.
Oh, it's Boba Fett. There you go. That's my best Dom I could do. All right, Jedi, what you got?
All right, well, we're going to take, this is going to be a little bit of a trip. So, but we'll start off on the stuff that won't get me in trouble. So we got, I picked up another Vampirella 30, first appearance of Pantha.
Nice.
Keep an eye. So I picked up a lot of these. I'm continuing my attempt to actually get a Vampirella run, which is never going to happen, but I also picked up number 32.
Nice.
I'll avoid the light here. A number 33. These are all like very fine to near mint too, because I'm trying to be a little particular. Picked up a 34.
They're the best. I will buy those, and I'll buy the Harris run. Anything from the Harris run, I buy too.
Yeah, those are good things. I don't think this is Vampy on the cover. Could be. I don't know. No, I don't think so. But 35. When I first started bidding on these, because these are actual bids, right? This was like some bidding going on the eBay, and I didn't know. Like the first couple that went, I lost, and I was kind of pissed because I didn't go high enough. Man, there were some people like really like coming after these things, so I had to recalibrate and go a little harder on some of these. So I missed out on a couple, but here's 36.
Very nice.
We've got 37.
Like I said, they're hard to find in really good shape.
Yeah. These are pretty good.
You find one here and there, but to actually find
38.
a chunk of them in good shape, it's nice.
And we had, this is definitely, I don't think this is Vampirella either. Pretty sure it's not. 39. So it's not all Vampirella on the covers. Should be a Vampy story probably in most of these. 40. And I wasn't sure if I showed this one yet. I think I might have. This is 110. If so, I'll show it again. 110. All right, so that's the Vampies. On to more current. We've got a publisher copy of Naughty and Nice by Marissa Pope. Got the stars and got the red, white, and blue bikini, so stars and stripes. So I picked that up. Plus, it's Marissa
USA.
Pope. Got a lyric. I don't know what comic this is, but it's a lyrics. Find it.
Nice.
I should turn those. I gotta turn those lights off up there. I think that's. So this I showed the Naughty off. Well, I didn't do a very good job of censoring it, but this is actually the Nice Suspiria. So now I have the set, the Naughty and the Nice Suspiria.
I did enjoy that one.
All right, so Perillo, go through my little Perillo run here real quick with Maestro, Red Sonja.
No, I did not see your Barbarella OA pickup, James, but I will be looking for it.
6. Vampirella. Deja. We're going to get some. Well, no, actually, we're not. Not yet. Okay, then I got some Kickstarters in. We have, this is one I got to check. So I got some Dravaka's Necrogeist. The Nice.
Oh, I think I have some Necrogeist covers.
The Topless.
I don't even know what the hell I fund anymore in Kickstarter.
And the completely lost her all her clothes.
Clam.
I covered it. I think I did. I got some Yum Necrogeist. And the Naughty. Picks up some Absolute Wonder Woman EOM foils.
Yay.
This just came in today. This is not Vanya Lost Warrior. This is, it's not on here. Aya, Jungle Girl or something.
Aya, the Jungle Girl. Yeah,
Aya's the Jungle Girl. Marissa Pope.
Those.
And then this one, I've covered this up. I'm only showing it. I did not order this, first of all. I am not quite that there yet. But this is like, well, you know, they send you free stuff, right? Joe, you know this. Yeah. When you do Kickstarters, you get these free
Tons
stuff.
Of free crap.
So they sent me this one. It has, like, the inside cover is the is the Marissa Pope, but the outside cover is, well, I did cover it, and I'll just show it. Is this?
Oh my, that's nice.
Yeah. But if you open it up, the inside cover is the Marissa Pope cover. So I'm like, is this like not a printing error? I don't think. Not like they got the covers backwards. But it's kind of interesting because at first I was like, oh, this is just a freebie, and it probably is. But then I opened it up, and it's the Marissa Pope cover on the inside, and I was like, okay, that's a little weird. But anyway, that's all I got.
Very nice, and Brian's very nice Barbarella OA. I just looked on Discord to see it. It's very, very Jane Fonda-esque. I like it. All righty. I just got new stuff in today. Basically, I didn't get anything fun and old. But,
only Jervacus. I'm sorry, I'm just answering. Only Jervacus, EOM, and Yum for the most part.
Yeah, Kickstarter stuff tends to be more about chasing artists that you like.
All of it. Can't chase everything.
So I did get the Ghost Pepper 12, the 1 in 50, Giant Leto. I am not a big go pay money for high ratios, but those last two Ghost Pepper Giant Leto covers, I was like, yeah, I'm just going to do that. I got my Terry Parr Tomorrow Girl covers. Very happy about that. Let's see what the fun things we got here. There's your black bag Gehenna in Tokyo. Here's the black and whites. Link. I don't just talk about them; I buy them.
There you go.
And I read them. Most of them.
I will read the. I will read the Gehenna. The first series was a lot of fun.
We read them, so you don't have to.
And I will be reading these as well. So there's the Bang Bez on the Tigress Island. I got a couple of the black bags. Was very, very pleased that there was Brandon Graham wraparound cover on Tigress Island as well. Big Brandon Graham fan. And of course the A cover from EPHK.
I'm astounded. You must have a large house, Joe. Where do you keep all these things?
I do. Yeah, I do. Well, shit's all piled up all over me here. I live like a hoarder in my office.
I don't think I could fit your collection in my entire house.
I got some of the Essentia.
Nice.
Wasn't going to pass that cover up. Got me some Tankers versus Aliens. Yeah. A little Batman, a little Gargoyle Gotham. I'm going to be reading. I thought it was supposed to be a Jamie Hewlett cover, but it doesn't look like Hewlett. But you know what? I'm not going to complain. Some Junk Punch. I started to read it, but I just came today, so I haven't had a chance to get through it all.
And Joe was telling me before the show, it is what you think it is.
Yeah, she likes to punch people in the balls. Oh, there's another Gehenna. This is the clean cover. The black bag cover is the naughty version of this. I like the stuff coming out of Ignition Press. Picked up Bad Thoughts #1. Little Destination Kill #1. And last but not least, I thought this was a very pretty Witchblade cover.
For everybody.
I just like the Witchblade cover. So I just threw it in the pre-orders. Why not?
Who is that? Is that Rich and Lynn? Who is that?
No, I forget who did this cover, but it's not. I don't think it was somebody I was overly familiar with. But I love the cover, and that's it's a nice little turd cutter there in that cover. So I was happy.
We should all be so lucky.
I know. So that's what I got for this week, and said just came today, or I would have had no pickups. I've been a very good boy lately, outside of unfortunately. I did hit up a Whatnot sale this week, so you'll be seeing some Die Kitty Die when that comes in probably next week. And I did get my Dreadfuls. I got all my Dreadful 3s. I was a little disappointed. I ended up with
found all my issues, and I looked through all my posters. I ended up with 8 of the common posters and 3 of the uncommon of the pinup posters.
Next week I'm showing slabs because I have some slabs that I haven't shown yet that
I can't remember last slab I
Next week is
bought.
slab.
I can't remember the last slab I bought, and I'm too lazy to send anything in. So I need to get rid of some slabs. That's what I need to do. All right, let's get into a little now and later action. So for this week, for now, as you saw, Ghost Pepper's a lot of fun. The Ancoletto cover is great, but it's just been a fun read all around. But I do love that the past 2 Ancoletto covers have been fantastic. I think we're going to be getting a really nice Ben Oliver cover coming up as well. So a lot of good stuff. Another one which I know I had my pre-orders, but it didn't come in today, so I'm guessing I'll get it in 2 weeks when I get the next order, is the M1 Monster Racing League. I love that John Muth cover B. But the other covers, great Jay Lee artwork as well. So looks like it'll be a fun read. And of course, Gehenna. It's a fun read. If you like gun honey and stuff like that, this is a little better written and a lot of fun. But good action comic.
What's wrong with the writing in Gun Honey, Joe?
It's not bad. Don't get me wrong. It's not bad. The problem with the hard case crime stuff is the older stuff. The older stuff was really good. The older stuff was really, really good. You got a lot of like really quality writers and stuff in there, and the stories were fun and good. The Gun Honey stuff now is fine. I don't mind reading it. I still enjoy reading it, but it's lighter. It's a lighter read than some of the older stuff. For our laters, hey, we're getting Tank Girl Summer Love Sensations, sensation number 1. There is I'll take a Jenny Hewlett cover any day of the week, especially when it's Tank Girl. So yes, I will be picking that up. You know, I like to carry a theme. Black Cat 14 has a Casanovas cover. It's a bubble helmet cover. Like I said, I like to carry a theme through. So that one is coming out in late August, early September, sometime around there. And we're getting a reboot to number 1 of Miles Morales Spider-Man. And I guess they're going to be doing some Mary Jane Watson variants across the Marvel. So I like this Carrie Andrews cover, Mary Jane on a billboard, a little Miles going in there, and Mary Jane's ample on that cover, so I'm not going to complain. I like it. And just for Styx for our tops and tails of the week. Monster Girl Beach Party, the horror. There's your mummy. There's your mummy, Styx. So yeah, it's good stuff. It's
good things in the pipeline.
Cover.
Good things in the pipeline. That's all I'll say.
I said I love Bang Bez. His stuff's great, and I love to see it on a monster.
Yeah. This is great.
I've got a couple of those monsters. In fact, I showed them off last week. Is there stories inside? No, I have not read those. Are there stories inside there?
There are stories inside. I have a couple copies of the last one, which was that badass Yum cover. It's one of my favorite Yum covers. These are magazine-ish size, so they are not normal size. So that's just a heads up to anybody out there that's funding.
I think there was a mummy cover on the first series too.
There might have been.
I looked. There was.
Like I said, the Yum cover on the last issue was again, hands down, one of my favorite Yum covers. So.
Is that the Squirrel Girl?
No, it was the one in the kitchen. Yeah, yes, it was. I think it was the Squirrel Girl in the kitchen.
Okay.
So, good stuff. So that's what we got for Tops and Tails this week. Jedi, I'm sure you brought us a lovely lady this week whose name we've forgotten until we turn the page.
I remember it. Yeah. Umiko J. Umiko J. So I'm going to be quite honest with you. I didn't get this done until I think Wednesday. I just finally buckled down and said, okay, I gotta come up with something. So I started going in, and then I got a little lazy. So a lot of these characters, these I'm familiar with. Some of the characters, I don't know if they're video games. I don't know who the hell they are, and I don't really care. I don't really care who they are.
Okay.
I don't really care either.
Yeah.
I'm happy with it.
But we do have some Toy Story.
Perfect.
The first
Toy
one,
Story 5's coming
not
out.
Woody. The other,
Yep.
not Woody. What's the other one's name? The other
Jesse.
clown girl's name?
Jesse.
Joan
Jesse. We got Nami. The only reason to watch One Piece, and the other assassin, one of the assassins on One Piece. Whose name I would say I can't remember, but I don't think I ever knew it.
I couldn't tell you.
Moving on, here's where we get a little like, I don't know, I don't care, but we have some other
All right.
I like that glisten.
cosplay. Yeah. Some other
Somebody
cosplay.
was
The
using
one
the
in
spray
middle is some
bottle
sort of
very
elf.
liberally on these, and I applaud them.
Got some sort of jungle girl elf or something in the middle. The other two,
Maybe Elf Lord.
the first one, some sort of like, I don't know, punk something. I don't know. And then
There's 6 great
maybe a
things in those pictures.
maybe a sorceress on the end. Who knows? Yeah, could be either one. But very lovely young lady who puts a lot of effort into her costume.
Yes, I'm sure she does. I'm sure she does.
And we have some more.
It is. They are moist and damp. So yes, it is a cosplay version of it.
Yeah, just need to wet the hair a little bit, and
Yeah.
she's there. I think got to wet the hair down. Have some. I think that one's another Nami costume, the one with the straw hat. We do have some in the middle.
Psylocke
What was
there.
it? Psylocke, I
Yeah,
think.
you got Psylocke there.
And then we got some
Starfire.
Raven. In that Raven on the
Starfire.
far right.
Starfire.
No,
Starfire.
Starfire.
Okay, Starfire.
Yeah.
And this one, don't know who the first one is, but
Is that
again, I
Luna
think
Snow?
the one in the
Is that supposed
straw
to be
hat.
Luna Snow?
Is it Luna? I'll take your word for it. I
Might
have
be.
no idea. And yeah, I think that's supposed to be Nami in some sort of straw hat on the end, I think. But that is Yumiko. She has I know she has an IG. She has a lot of stuff out there if you really want to dig in and maybe pay a little money.
Well,
And,
I like Yumiko. Let me tell you that.
Yeah, but she is she can be found on the internet, and you know,
Where all
You,
great things are found.
he's our cosplayer of the week.
Nice.
We'll have to start adding like a QR code so you can go right to their IG.
I should do that.
Hey, they got to show their face on here. They want a QR code. All righty. And so we brought back a little 5-minute this week. We brought back 5-minute this week. And
Yeah.
we're going to be looking at Sonya, which
Issue
like.
2 of Sonya She-Devil with a Sword came out this week. And not our only Sonya that we get to. Well, now we'll talk about the other Sonya later when we get to what are we reading. But this is the Sonya She-Devil with a Sword issue 2. Here are the covers. A lot of the usual suspects on the covers.
Sager,
Perillo. I can't never
Lisner.
think of them. I always say I'm going to write them down. I never do. Lisner. The A covers are really good on this. Who's doing the A covers?
Stuart Sager.
Stuart Sager, yeah. Really? Oh yeah. Stuart Sager. Really good. Really, he's killing it on these.
Yeah, they're fun. His stuff is a lot of fun. I'm glad to see he's getting a lot of work right now, which makes me happy. His work tends to come in spurts.
Yeah.
And I'm happy they're hitting him up for stuff because the stuff is
Issue
great.
1,
His Deja
issue
4
2
stuff is
is
fantastic.
he's knocked it out of the park. And all right, so let's get into it. When we first left issue 2, Sonya, the girl with the bloodline to the wizard or the witch or whatever, and the prince had gotten into a brawl with the revolution people that are trying to kill I'll pull this over here where it's a little bigger, that are trying to overthrow the king, the prince's father, I guess. So we first start, we get a little bit of flashback that kind of shows how the relationship kind of is between Red Sonja and this prince. He actually saved her from getting her head cut off back in the day after she got into a tussle with some of the guard and ended up cutting one of their noses off. But then we get a quick flashback.
This was a good flashback. I was very happy.
Yeah.
It was very pertinent to a lot of the thread of the story. It gave you some backstory. It gave you some future interesting things as well. And
we're going to see that guy
not
again.
a lot of pages. Yeah, I was happy.
Yeah. A lot of dialogue, a lot of action. Pretty bloody, as I'm kind of new to Red Sonja, but this is not a as far as comic gore goes, this one's pretty bloody. It's pretty gory. But we do flash back to where the prince did get his head cut off in that at the end of the battle with the revolutionary guys. We saw that in issue 1. And Sonja just goes ape shit and just starts kicking slicing people's heads, stabbing them in the eye. But they quickly find themselves surrounded, but the girl sneaks off and gets a horse and rides in. Sonja jumps on and they ride away. Along the way to wherever they're going, they stop and kind of reminisce about the prince who, had gotten killed, and Sonja obviously has. I still think that might be the prince that was in the live action movie. I keep saying I'm going to check and I never do. I still think it might be. But there's definitely some feelings there. But anyway, they're on their way to this, like, I don't want to say castle, but like this, what do you call like the science people from back in the day, alchemist or whatever? I don't know what they are, some word. But they're trying
research library.
To the laboratory.
Yeah, they're trying to test this girl's blood to make sure that she is actually a descendant. No, to try and pull the magic out of her blood. That's what they're trying to do, so that she's no longer a threat, and will possibly, they won't be hunting her anymore if she's no longer has this magic in her blood and from this bloodline or whatever. And then we get a little bit of a side story to these guys that are breaking into some stronghold. Long story short, they break in to get this horn, which is going to be used as part of the ceremony or whatever to pull this.
2 very horny men.
Yeah. So they're happy that they get the horn. Then we get back to Sonja as they're making their way to this science place. Sonja is very much adored by the people because she's, kind of like Robin Hood. She robs from the rich, gives to the poor. People are naming their children after her, but it's makes it a little inconvenient because swarms of people all around her.
A lot of kids named Firecrotch in that town.
Yeah. They do meet the person that runs the science place. I believe it's a she, takes them up, going to help them out, only to double cross them and paralyze them with the giant eye that needs some Visine or something, but it actually paralyzes them. And then lo and behold, here comes one of the guys from the revolution, who just happens to be the guy that she cut the nose off of all those years before. And they're still paralyzed, and now it looks like they have been captured. That is going to lead us into issue 3. Like Joe was saying, this is pretty, it's not complicated like Vampirella gives us sometimes. This is pretty straightforward so far. Minimal dialogue, a lot of action.
This is the kind of Sonja I like. Sonja's a nice. Normally, I like it as a kind of a breeze read.
Not the time-traveling Sonja that we got last.
No, just she has a quest. She goes on the quest. She overcomes adversity. She kicks the shit out of people. She drinks a bit. It's good times. I can't complain. The interior art's decent. It felt
I like the
at
art.
certain times. Did it feel to you at certain times that multiple people were doing interiors?
I don't really have an eye for that. Maybe like you do. I do know that the interior art is good. I think. I don't have any complaints about it. I didn't really notice any big diversions in style or anything. But again, I don't necessarily have. What's the eyeball? It didn't really tell us.
It was some enchanted thing that if you stare at it, it freezes you and paralyzes you.
Paralyzes you. Yeah, it just freezes you. You can't move. So it's some way of trapping them. It didn't really tell us a lot about it. If it has a bigger role in the future, we don't know about it yet. But yeah. Moving on to moving on to issue 3. Again, same cast of characters as far as the art goes that we saw before. Issue 3 A cover again, I think is really good. I like the little
Sager
skeleton
Sager covers are killer.
Kind of pull it out, and he's kind of toned down the palette a little bit from, I think, issue 1 and 2 were like very red and orange, and this has kind of brought it down to more of a brown. But again, I like the skeleton coming out wherever it's coming out of, or if it's just in the foreground and she's in the background, I guess. But I like it. The A covers are really good. And then of course, Perillo is Perillo, and the rest of them bring it as well. I kind of like that we get a different cosplayer, although we've covered this cosplayer too, because I recognize that photograph. The last issue there, I can't remember who did the art on that one, but like, I don't know. That's not for me. I don't know.
Dynamite. I like to say, this is not anything against the cosplayers. It's just against however they're setting up these photographs for the cosplay covers. They just feel somewhere between a Sears catalog and a JCPenney's catalog in terms.
Now, if issue 3 we see somehow Red Sonja finds herself in the snow, then I'll change my mind and I'll be like, okay, this works. But no, I was referring to the very last one, the bottom right cover. That I don't know what's going on there. Not really.
Yeah, I don't know that. I'm
guessing
like that's probably the ratio.
Yeah, I think it is a ratio. Yes, yeah. But that is the 5-minute Sonya update.
It's been a nice fun read, nice easy fun read. I'm not going to complain. I haven't been taken to the brink of being confused by too many competing storylines within a book yet, like that Vampirella. I don't know what happened. That's why, to me, most of the Vampirella books and Sonya books, they're great when they're like 5 issues. When I get like 5 issues,
loves Vampirella more than the rest of us. I think he is just like he thinks that we all care about all that stuff as much as he does, and I think
I just feel when you have like
it a lot lighter.
When you have like a 12-issue story arc, I think it gets too. They try to cram too much other stuff in. You just have too many characters, too much stuff going on. I like a nice little simple. Give me 4 to 6 issues for a nice story arc, and let me read it, set it down, then not have to worry about it until the next title comes out. So
I'm trying to find out who that. Because I think
I'll find it when we.
I'm looking it up right now. We can go ahead and move on to the.
Well, Dom's not here, so he's going to miss his favorite song, but here we go.
It's time for the That's Not a Comic, That's Not a Comic, Salia Comic, Salia. It's time for the That's Not a Comic, That's Not a Comic, Salia Comic, Salia Comic. Oh, who? Sale of the week.
So that last cover, the one that that I just am not attracted to at all, is Pablo de Bonis. Never heard of him.
Yeah. Is he the guy that's doing the interior arts for that? I think.
The Boner.
The Boner.
It is actually. You're right. It is.
There we go. That makes sense.
It completely. Yeah. All right. So this, oddly enough, I said before that sometimes you just. I think last week, Joe, we were talking
sometimes
about
you fall into it.
Sometimes we just lean back and look around, and we're like, what is out there that could possibly. Well, guess what I needed? I got a new desk last week. I think I told everybody that I had a new desk in case Styx, you weren't here, but obviously the orientation is different behind me. What did I need with my new desk? I discovered that I needed a mouse pad with my new desk because the corner of the desk was just killing my wrist. So I was like, mouse pads. Let's see what we got out there for mouse pads. And people collect mouse pads. It's not surprising to anybody, I don't think, but. Yeah, people out there buying.
You had one in here this week that I had.
Yeah, I'm surprised. I was going to talk about it, but a lot of them I have seen before. because I've seen in great abundance before, actually.
Oh yeah.
Because working on ships, Navy ships, when they do land refreshes, they not only do they bring all these new computers on, but they have to buy all these licenses for every computer that Windows or whatever is running for. And with all these licenses come all this, they throw like mouse pads at you. So I've seen like just stacks of these mouse pads, like for the taking, and not knowing that, hey, someday somebody might pay $30 a piece for these damn things. But yeah. But the first one we got here is an Apple computer mouse pad. This one sold for $45. Finding out when these things were made is damn near impossible, but this one sold for $45 back in late March. And then an America Online, which I don't think there's many of these out there anymore, sold for $30. Styx still
Let's look at the discs. Yeah, I still use the discs.
It sold back in mid-May for $30.
I love the old QWERTY characters that you can use. Nobody uses that anymore.
Yeah, these are kind of fun to go back and look at. We have these were not quite as fun, but here we have some computer brands here. Everex computer mouse pad sold for $25, and a Gateway.
I had that Gateway.
I think I still have that
very
Gateway.
familiar to me too. Sold for just under $23 back in late May as well.
Yeah, they threw that in after they basically just destroyed you for the cost of a computer back then.
Yeah,
oh my God, that was a horrible computer.
Hey, I don't know if Mama Bear's trying to be nasty or not. AOL was a B for the Navy.
Those computers, Gateway computers were expensive as hell
Mama Bear's
back in the
sneaky
day.
sometimes. So Mama Bear's IQ, since I don't get it, she's being mean. No, Mama Bear's not mean. But then we had these are the ones that I saw a lot of, the Windows NT. I saw these things everywhere, just stacks of them. But this one sold for $20. Who would have thought back in mid-April? And then kind of shifting away from actual computers and software and operating systems into more of the novelty side. We have a Beavis and Butthead mouse pad that sold for $30 back in late March.
Yep, they were not cheap.
So
we have some Grateful Dead. I know who is it? Who's our Grateful Dead? Is it Cosmic or
Cosmic's a big Dead
Cosmic,
fan.
right?
yeah, Cosmic. Yeah,
He's the Deadhead. So there's some Grateful Dead mouse pads out there that actually probably the Grateful Dead, the one there for $40 basically sold in April 2nd. We have a Dukem mouse pad that sold for $23 in late April.
That's fun.
And another Grateful Dead with the wrist pad actually sold for only $17 back in mid-March.
You got to be ergonomic after smoking your doobies.
I don't want that wrist given out on you.
Yeah.
And then I think it's the next slide, but because it is the qualified, we're going to get a little dirty. We got some Hooters mouse pads, set up 2. Actually, could be
Nice.
2.
Set of 4.
2. These 2 mouse pads sold for $240.
Wow.
In June for is it Natalie and Rachel?
Yeah, Rachel.
Yeah, and it's not like there was a lot of these that I was like, oh, there's a lot of Hooters mouse pads out there that are selling a wildfire. No, these were the only ones I saw. So maybe they're rare. I don't know.
I'm wondering where one buys them. Did you have to get them at Hooters?
I would think so.
Probably,
I would think, because I think don't Hooters have like does Hooters have the one here?
They have a gift shop.
I think.
They have a
Okay,
gift
A lot
shop.
of them
don't they
have
have a
closed.
gift
I thought they went bankrupt.
There's still one in Canada.
How I don't know, but
I can't imagine why they wouldn't.
I think there's one in
remember
Albany.
eating, obviously at Hooters, they had some good wings. I don't know why.
they did
I don't know
have
why
good
they don't do
wings.
You know what I think? I think the whole social movement might. I don't know. I can't think of why they closed. I can't get it because there's other stores out there that have a similar, like, hot chick waitress, like Twin Peaks, I think, is one that comes to
Never heard of that one.
mind. I think it's called.
We used to have one called the Tilted Kilt. It was kind of similar to Hooters.
Kilt.
Yeah.
But then the last one we have is the Bikini Girl mouse pad. This was available at Spencer's.
It's a sexy mouse pad.
Yeah, this was
Does that bra come off? It looks like that bra comes off.
It might.
Lay your hands on me, it says.
I think the stuff at the bottom is actually the stand that it's sitting on. I don't think that's actually part of the but yeah, it could. It could come off.
Very nice.
Yeah, there's a Twin Peaks around it. I know there's one in when I've eaten it to one in Conroe, Texas, Houston, basically. So I know Twin Peaks was around, and but I can't. I'm pretty sure the one here closed. You see one in Honolulu.
I think they might be.
Yeah, I think they'll be fake. So a little story about this. Before we get off this topic. My son is not here. My son's actually. My son is in Canada this week. He's in Vancouver visiting some friends, and he's on the other side of Canada from you guys. But but before he left, he knew I was looking for a mouse pad, and I wanted one that had the wrist thing, and I wanted to kind of match my Star Wars. I won't hold it up, but my Star Wars little Stormtrooper pad that I have. Anyway. So he goes, Dad, because first time I asked him, I was like, hey, do you have a mouse pad? Because his whole world is on computers. And he's like, no, I don't have one. I was like, oh, okay. But then he comes back like a couple hours later. I'm in here, and he comes in here. He goes, I do have a mouse pad. I was like, oh, why'd you tell me I don't want it? He goes, it's the dirty one. And I was like, what? And it took a little bit to jog my memory that he has one of those. It's got like an anime chick on it, and it's got the like this
big
breasts.
I was like, oh well. I was like, let me see it. I'll use it until I can get something better or whatever.
Yeah, I'll use it.
Yeah, he brought it in, and it was like completely nude. There's no top. This is like nips and everything, right? And I was like, I can't use that. I was like, your mom come here and see that. Your mom comes in here and see that. I'd be a dead man. I was like,
you guys just kind of, can you go to Spencer's Gifts for me?
I was like, in fact, son, you shouldn't own that because you need to get rid of that too. But yeah, I thought that was funny because I was like, where'd you get that anyway? He goes, my oldest son. Dalton. He's like, I got it from Dalton. I was like, okay, well that tracks. Makes sense.
Oh, nice.
Anyway,
good stuff.
I ended up with just this little thing, this boring old thing. No boobies.
I end up just using backing boards. To tell you the truth, the rough side of a backing board anymore.
I started using those gamer pads that they have, those big long ones that you can get.
Yeah, well, that's what this is. That's where I have my. That's what I have my keyboard on, and I use that for my keyboard, but it doesn't. I need that extra padding for my wrist.
Yeah,
even the keyboard. I don't know why
my wrist sound like a cement mixer.
Yeah, I was more shocked at the Hooters. The Hooters sold so much. That's pretty.
I mean, with them pretty much going out of business everywhere. It's collectible. Yeah. You got something for us this week, Styx?
Yeah, I'll just go over real quick a couple slide pictures that I have for Niagara Falls. And that'll be it.
All right. Well, you're up there on the screen. There,
Are you gonna pull a Dom and just show us pictures of yourself?
No, I got pictures of actual stuff.
It's me. This is the nachos I ate. This is
the nachos I ate. All right, so here's the opening concourse as you come in. There's an upper tier where all the panels are done up, and then you get into the actual show. There were a lot of there weren't that many. Like last year when we went, there were like at least 10 booths of comics. This year there was like half of that. It was like 5.
Crap.
Yeah, it was like all.
No offense to the
anime.
people that sell crap at the cons.
I mean, some of their stuff was interesting, and I enjoyed going around to look, but it wasn't.
Are those things hanging on the bottom on the
Those
far
are those.
right picture?
Those. Yes.
Are those?
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah. I like those. Those were pretty cool. I mean, the people who like do the crafts. I mean, they come up with some great stuff, and there was just not what I'm looking for. No, it's not really what I'm looking for.
When I get this happens to me at a lot of the cons around here. I go and there's 50 booths.
I'll do it.
Five of them have comics. It's like the sword to comic ratio is almost even, and that kind of bothers me.
I mean, that was my one issue with when I went down for Awesome Con down in Washington. There was 3 booths of comics, and only one booth had actual like bins to go through. All of them, the other 2 all had like them all bundled together in a big saran wrap.
Yeah,
thing. I don't like that. I don't care. That's no fun. Yeah.
Oh, Hamburglar.
There you go. So
did he steal your hamburgers?
No.
Did you listen to Dick?
Trying to dip into your protein at some point, but Grimace and the Hamburglar were there. I took some wide shots from the upper tier. Just like to show you just like the scope. I mean, it's a good sized arena for the convention center. It's just a lot of stuff. You get the swords, you got the booth of fudge. Everyone always complains about the booth of fudge.
I just wish they would not call it a Comic Con. Stop calling them Comic Cons. You have plenty of other ones that just will call it something that's not a Comic Con.
Call it a pop culture con at least. If you want to do that, that's fine. But,
take it easy.
We still had a good time. I mean, we enjoy. I enjoy going up there to Canada every year. So,
did you eat some poutine?
I'm not a poutine guy. No, I didn't. I did not.
Gravy's good
I
on
do not like poutine. It's like I don't know. I know we tease Canada a lot, but God love them.
Everything is better with gravy.
Is like the greatest thing ever. The poutine is like if my wife were to tell me, like there's some leftovers in the fridge, just make yourself something, and I would just go in there and see shit and just mix it all together, like because I'm lazy. That's like
sure.
But it tastes awesome. That's poutine. All
right.
I love it.
Yeah.
I don't want to. I don't think I'm overselling it. I think it's awesome.
A lot of people like it.
It is delicious.
I'm not a gravy guy. Show up some cosplay and some of the other booths here. They had a couple of the folks from Back to the Future there. So they had the DeLorean.
I want to be buried with a boat of gravy.
This is what I want to know too, but I didn't want to ask it.
I don't. We didn't take. We really didn't take any.
You didn't take pictures of it? Okay.
Together, no. Not to you. They had a setup for the Muppet Show.
Oh, Muppet Show.
Yep. So you could get where you get the stage and of course the entrance look. They had a couple guys in there signing autographs from the creators. So it was pretty cool.
Yeah, Bumblebee.
Yep, we got nice. That was a really cool Bumblebee costume.
That's a tall
really
fucking Jawa.
I was gonna say that's a big. You were kind. I was gonna say that's a big old. That's a big old Jawa.
That Jawa got some titties.
Yeah, that Jawa had some sand dunes going on in there.
Before.
Yeah. It was a cool little cosplay though. You don't really see women dressed up as Jawas, but
it's a great Jawa costume.
Yeah, it really was. The eyes were great.
Of it.
Definitely. I'll leave it at that.
Yeah, here's Harry Walker Jr. He played the guitarist from the prom dance there, who hurts his arm there, or hurts his hand, with a screwdriver.
Is he the one that calls Chuck Berry?
Yes, yeah. Yeah, Marvin. Yeah, he plays Marvin Berry.
He is making a living off of that little cameo. That is just, that says a lot about that says a lot about nerds. Basically, it says a lot about people that go to cons that they're like, hey, I know you.
Yeah,
you were that guy.
I know
the one guy was there. He plays Lorraine's brother. The one that sits at the table, not the one.
They were digging deep.
Not the one in the. Not the one in the. Not Joey. He doesn't. Joey's not there. I don't know who that kid is that plays Joey, but
I assume you have like different tiers.
No
of
empty plates on
that go to
Tatooine.
these cons, right? Like you have the cast of The Boys. You have like the cast of Lord of the Rings. You have your Mel Gibsons and your Danny Glovers. And then it just kind of works itself. How many tiers down do we go before we get to Harvey Waterman? What's his name? Waterman?
Harry. What is it? Harry Walters Jr.
Oh, yeah. I mean, has he been in anything else, or is that like his claim to fame? Is I was the guy that hurt my hand and called Chuck Berry?
I'm not sure.
That is awesome. That guy is out there.
Yeah. I'm sure he'd probably been in something.
I mean, I'm kind of making fun of it, but it's pretty impressive at the same time.
Yeah. There's a couple other booths here, the anime statues and like the homemade posters that they have. Of course, that anime.
Wow.
There's some.
He directed an episode of Amen, the Sherman Helmsley show, if you remember that.
I do remember that.
I don't.
He played Jerry in one episode of What's Happening Now.
Okay, now we're getting okay,
What's happening now? So the spinoff.
Building.
Yes, he played Dr. Cooper on an episode of Highway to Heaven.
Okay.
He was in 2 episodes of Trapper John MD.
He has an agent then. Okay, good.
He played Lamar in an episode of Laverne and Shirley. He was in an episode of Cagney and Lacey.
All right.
Okay, I think you can stop, Joe.
Yeah, that's fine.
He's got some.
Unless your next
character
thing is he was somebody in Star Wars, I think you can stop. I really do.
Yeah, no, sorry.
This was from a booth. The guy had like sci-fi magazines, creepy, and I didn't see much in the way of Vampirella. He might have had a couple, but not many. A lot of the stuff was like eerie, voodoo.
Yeah, that's pretty
these
British
sci-fi magazines.
He was a performer on the soundtrack for "Touched by an Angel," as well. If you're a Roma Downey and Delarice fan.
We invade Canada. When we invade Canada, I will confiscate all the manga and anime for myself. I'm going.
There you go.
I'm getting the poutine. You get all that stuff you want. I'm going.
You can
going to that place that Cosmic recommended.
He was in 227 as well. I believe he was in an episode of 227. Yes, he was in 2 episodes of 227. He was in 2 episodes. And Jack Hay.
Yep.
2 episodes of 227.
There was a booth selling DVDs. We had a Ghostbuster setup. They did have an area, as usual, for kids to go and play video games while their parents walked around in Goon for a little bit.
I don't know about you, but I don't remember Leonard from Ghostbusters.
What did you say?
Leonard, he was that's the Ray. No, I thought
they had a place to drop your kids off, so you could walk around in Goon. Is that what you?
Yeah, that's what I said. That's what I said. There was nothing but kids there. They're all playing Fortnite or whatever retro console game they had. It was
the last place I'm ever gonna like drop my kid off and to wander around on my own is going to be at a con.
Leave your kids here. Goon without the responsibility of children.
Big show.
Yeah, big show. We had this guy dressed up as the APA, and I don't know if you can you? I can see if I can read it. So the big show, they had their own.
Yeah, I agree, Cosmic.
what was it called? It was called the Big Show chicken sandwich. You know how those cons like to name their crap. And then
Dudleys.
the Dudleys.
picture of the Dudleys. So,
They're still alive. That's something.
Yep, they're still there. And of course, they had a Doctor Who setup.
That's where Styx went to goon.
Yeah, I that's where I was gooning at the checking out the
you couldn't go by that rose cutout and put your finger by her mouth and be like, look, she still doesn't close her mouth and take a picture.
I feel breathing.
Well, listen, you missed it on the Doctor Who show this week. I went over the new covers for episode 2, and they had a trade paperback coming out with Rose in it, and both the covers had open mouth. So you missed.
I would have loved if you had like gotten a hot dog from the concession stand and put your arm around the rose cutout and had the hot dog by the open mouth. That would have been fantastic.
I'll have to work props into my picture taking just for you, Joe. Yeah. So, all in all, Niagara Falls was fun. I think next year, I'm gonna keep with the Canada theme. I might go up to the Ottawa Comic Con or Montreal. I probably still go to Niagara Falls because I do like Niagara Falls area, but
sorry.
I'm gonna try out the other
we're both
side of Ontario
Go ahead.
province.
Yeah, the daily covers there. You get another color your own cover from Flops.
Yep,
which would be fun.
With the kids, well, I ain't putting that up there. Damn it, Tyson, I'm not putting that up.
So I figured let's look at some Frazetta covers tonight. I love dipping back in to some of these artists that I love, and that especially ones that span the amount of time that Frazetta did. And I mean, you could see the change in style from comic stuff that he did to the painting stuff that he did. It's just covering through Golden Age all the way up until almost until he died. There were covers coming out, and there's still covers coming out with all the reissues of the Fake Me Out Eries and stuff like that, and Creepies that they're doing now from that Warrant Publishing. That's you get good Frazetta covers, St. Julian covers, stuff like that. So we're gonna go back and take a look and start off with that really good stuff. Remember, this was the Ghost Rider, where you got in Tom Holt and the Ghost Rider title. You get the Ghost Rider with some of the just amazing Frazetta covers. They're some of my favorite Golden Age covers are the Ghost Rider covers that he did. They're just fantastic. Good classic covers. Westerns were popular around that time. He had Straight Arrow as well. You get the little twofer there. We get Ghost Rider and Tim Holt, which was nice. The B-Bar-B Riders, good wrestling cover. Dom's not here, so he can't marvel at that wonderful wrestling cover.
There you go.
Looks a little like Georgie Animal Steel.
He kind of does, yeah. Very hairy.
Yes, very hairy. Not eating a turnbuckle though.
No.
Like I said, he did a handful of the B-Bar-B Riders, where you got some Ghost Rider in there as well. The Straight Arrow, he did a few Buster Crab covers, which are awesome as well because they're just weird, Western, modern, weird. I got a crazy helicopter, but somebody's dressed like a cowboy. There's people riding horses, and they're fun covers. The space cover is also fantastic. Got some more bubble helmets for you there on the Buster Crab as well, which eventually leads us into the Famous Funnies covers, which are fantastic. He had a handful of White Indian. I don't know if that passes the muster nowadays, but sure. He did a few covers of that series as well. Again,
there's worse things you can call them.
Westerns had their run. They will see a revival at some point. I'm convinced we're going to get a Western revival. We have to push up some of that fun Golden Age stuff.
I think it's coming soon. Yeah.
Like I said, you got your EC Weird Fantasy there as well. Again, classic cover. Reused numerous times on EC reprints of things. And then you got the Buck Rogers covers. These are some of the best Frazetta covers. On the Famous Funnies covers of his Buck Rogers covers are some of the best comic covers around. They are just absolutely stunning. The colors are cool. The action is cool. None of them are static. There's all fun movement in them. They're great covers. That 214 on the left is still on my list. I will get a copy of that at some point. That has been on my list for a very long time of a book that I need to own and really want to own from Golden Age cover. But I will take 215 as well. Of course, there was then the turn to the more horror stuff. So he did do a cover on Chilling Tales of Horror, Beware. You got a nice cover on Weird Science Fantasy as well, and often reused Frazetta art that you'll see on a ton of things. He did plenty of work on books. I threw a few books in here, but he did covers on paperback books. This Tales from the Crypt book is great because on the tombstone it does say Frank Frazetta on it, which is kind of fun. So he put his own tombstone on there, which was kind of fun. Yeah, these Ballantine books that came out, like I said, you get a few of them that all have Frazetta covers on them. Tales of the Incredible, Vault of Horror, and nice Ray Bradbury book there as well, Tomorrow Midnight. And all of these are illustrated in comic form as well. So they're paperback books, but they are illustrated. So it's an early version of a trade.
Yeah,
I have a lot of Ray Bradbury stuff. Because I have a lot of pulps too.
I think I've read more Ray Bradbury than any. It said something about how few books I probably read in my life, but I've read more Ray Bradbury books than I think any other author.
A lot of the pulps I pick up have Ray Bradbury short stories in them, which is always nice.
Yeah.
And then, of course, we start getting into the creepy and eerie stuff. Again, some of the best horror covers around. A lot of fun. All these creepy, eerie, the Vampirella stuff. These are just some of the most amazing covers. And not just Frazetta, but like the San Julian stuff, stuff like that, Torres stuff. They're some of the best covers of just amazing painted art. And we got people nowadays, we got people like Perillo and stuff like that are still kind of carrying that tradition of actually doing painted covers, which I definitely appreciate. So that's something I don't want to lose. I'm so tired of looking at something going like, this just feels really digital. You know, you can tell it was all done in digital. It's cleaned up in digital. It's filtered in digital. Some of these are just amazing covers. For all you people that like military books as well, he did the 4 covers on Blazing Combat, which are, again, I think some of the best military covers around. Like I said, again, the creepy covers, his stuff just gets better and better too, which I just loved. It's from that comic style that he did, and he did tons of comic strips and stuff like that. He was a working artist. He cranked out a prolific amount of not just covers and stuff like that. He did a lot of interior work on a lot of comic strips and stuff like that. The eerie covers, again, classic. These are consistently reprinted in either reprints of Eerie or reused on new stuff nowadays, but they're all fantastic. Like I said, the creepy covers are hands down some of the coolest shit that you're going to see. And again, you can still find these out there. So don't not look through magazine bins when you're in places, because a lot of these still do exist out there. And there's nothing better than looking through stackable magazines and you say, hit a little vein of creepy or eerie, and you're like, holy shit, there's some Frazetta art in here. Like I said, the eerie stuff is so good, and the creepy. The one in the middle was used on Neanderthals comic that went out as well at a later time from, I think, Opus. But again, good stuff. And I love the way he draws ladies. Yeah, that picture on the right, that I think that was one of the top sales from Heritage a while back. The original art of that went for a absolute ridiculous amount of money.
I think I remember that.
And of course, the Vampy covers that he did. I mean, of course, Vampy 1, everyone's going to know that, and it's great. But the other ones that he did on there as well were really fantastic. Really good stuff. The one on the far right, that's still one of my favorite Vampirella covers, because you get 4 of the top Vampirella artists on one cover. So you get all 4 of their artworks on the different panels, which is just awesome. Like I said, you have some EC portfolios as well, again, where they reuse his art. So, if you're out there just looking for Frazetta stuff, some of those EC portfolios are great. Some of these weird reprints, like some of the comic strip stuff, is really great. They recently reprinted this Eerie cover on one of those Mort magazines as well. Did a cover on Epic Illustrated. Epic Illustrated has some great stuff as well.
Mm-hmm.
You can pick up some collections of some of the Thunder comic stuff that he did. His interiors are great too. DC had the Frank Frazetta Shining Knight, which was a couple issues that came out. Those I find sometimes in dollar bins. But
I think I have one of those.
And there's your Doc Weird's Thrill book there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll have to find. There's only 3 of those, I think. So
Yeah.
I'll have to find the other 2.
You got Fantagraphics had Untamed Love, and you'll see later in I add the other cover of this. There is a second print of Untamed Love as well with the Frazetta cover. You got Viking Heroes there. Did some heavy metal. That heavy metal cover is from the original run of Heavy Metal. Is just beautiful. You can get fold out the large. I think this was a hardback. The Johnny Comet, which was one of the comic strips that he did, and the Canadian version, which you'll see later, I believe as well. I think they did in comic form. Caliber had a little heroic art by Frazetta for Buried Treasure. He did a cover on Penthouse Comics. Always a good pickup. I will never knock Penthouse Comics. They always had great artists on the cover and in the interiors. They just loaded up. I mean, just look at that list on there of amazing artists. I did a cover of She as well. There's, I think, 2 versions of this one, but the collected edition has some Frazetta on it, which is nice. Of course, he had the Jaguar God and Veratica as well. I had to do some cover up action on a few of these.
Oh yeah.
The Saint Nika cover is great as well. I love whenever I can find that. His Death Dealer covers are just classic, wonderful fantasy covers. I mean, they're dark and amazing, and there's so much going on in them. You could stare at them forever and just find all these fun little details that are put in there. Same with the Jaguar God stuff. He has some really cool covers in there. He did a cover of Mad, where you have Judge Dredd. Wow. So you got a Frazetta Mad magazine cover as well. So if you, again, don't knock those magazine racks you're looking through, and there's a chunk of Mad magazines in there from 1995, and you're like, oh shit, there's a Frazetta cover in there. Like I said, the Death Dealer and Jaguar God covers are just fun. You can find that 25th anniversary special from Harris. There's 2 versions of that Frazetta cover on Vampy in comic size. The Frank Frazetta's Fantasy Illustrated is a lot of fun too. You get good stuff inside, but the Frazetta covers on the outside are just top notch. Yeah, I mean his work is, and the volume of work that he put out that's all like top notches is amazing. I do like that Space Cowboy as well. That was kind of fun. And if you see the names that are in that book as well, I mean, you got Steranko in there, Wallywood, Gray Morrow, Al Williamson, and Frazetta.
Yes.
Yeah,
The
it's
who's
a
who.
good one. He did Image. He did a cover on Image Freedom, Frank Frazetta's Freedom, which is that's a good, sexy cover. Said he never lost it, man. He was solid all the way through. Dark Horse has a nice series of Conans where it's the Frank Frazetta cover series. So you can get your Conan fix in there from Dark Horse. And again, all of those are good. That Moon Maid, by the way, that's a bitchin' cover on the far right. That is just that's just a bitchin' cover. That's has to be one of my favorite Frazetta covers. I know I keep saying that, but I can't help myself. They're all good. If you want to go back to some of his earlier stuff where he was doing Little Abner comic strips, you can pick up the Frazetta years. There's 4 volumes. And the Conans aren't easy to come by. Got creatures in there. And then again, like I said, you have these relaunch magazines where they're taking a lot of the Frazetta art and getting some covers. So a lot of the stuff that's coming out now, you could still get some reasonable Frazetta art to stare at if you want in some of these magazines. He has a nice little if you want to get a collection there of Johnny Comet, because like I said, he did the interiors and a lot of the stuff, all these old strips and stuff like that too, where you can see the skill of the guy. I mean, like him and Wally Wood both, just like they put effort as much as Wally Wood tried to just kind of plow through stuff. The skill and technical expertise of their art in the interiors is just as cool as some of the covers that are out there. The Captain George Presents, the Frazetta Special. This is a Canadian book. So if you happen to find that in any of the foreign piles, or maybe because it's Canadian, they just smash it in somewhere else. But it is a fun little harder to find Frazetta book out there. Eros Comics, which I love and probably own far too many Eros Comics titles, does have a Baby You're Really Something, which is just all classic Frazetta art. I think I have a few copies of that. That color of blue fades, so it's when you find a good copy, it's very nice. There's the second printing of Untamed Love. So Untamed Love does have 2 printings from Fantagraphics, and that red one there is your second print. From the Canadian side, you can get some of those comic strips that he did in comic form with Johnny Comet and Ace McCoy. Again, Canadian books, but there was, when Fire and Ice recently, they did a nice little movie poster cover for Fire and Ice when that came out. Dark Kingdom, great cover. Dark Kingdom had some cool covers on it. Dawn Attacks as well. That Opus label has some amazing Frazetta stuff. I kind of dig the Dawn Attack cover.
The Doonesbury reference.
Opus. But yeah, Frank, like I said, the Opus title had a lot of these really cool Frankfurt. Yeah, there was a Mothman series out there, and that is a badass Mothman cover. It is, yeah. And the shark cover on Frank Frazetta's Tales of Science Fiction, also just an amazing badass shark cover, and you get a little tail in it as well. When Heavy Metal recently just released, started printing again, that initial Kickstarter and everything, there was a Frazetta cover in that as well. So, yeah,
Yeah, you get all kinds of great stuff. Frazetta Girls have great stuff. I love Frazetta Girls. I mean, they have fantastic stuff. That's where I got this. I don't skate, but I'm sorry.
Aw.
You put her on a skateboard. I'm buying that some bitch.
I'm gonna say, do you have another IG account where you post your skateboarding videos? I've never seen them.
Yeah. I'll have to get you a skateboard wall hanger.
Yeah, I don't have any room on my wall in here anymore, so I'm a little limited.
Hang it up from the ceiling then.
And last but not least, that original run of Heavy Metal, issue 305, does have this. It's such a gorgeous.
That's self-portrait.
Yes. So if you're a Frazetta fan, yeah, it's awesome. And he was a badass. He was just an absolute badass. So that is our look at 119 covers of Frank Frazetta. So go check out Frank. He spans from 1950 all the way up till today in terms of stuff coming out. So like I said, there's a lot out there, always sought after. A lot of Frazetta fans. Check out the Frazetta Girls. They always put out some really cool exclusive stuff as well. So good stuff. So BK, I hope I did you justice there, buddy.
I didn't see one complaint from BK.
All right. Well,
hey JJ, what's going on?
We got our what are we reading this week? Did you do any reading this week, Styx?
I did not. No. I'm busy wrapping up the year at work, so.
All righty. We know Dom didn't do any reading. He couldn't even bother to show up.
Freaking Dom.
I don't remember if he said he was cool or not.
So I stood another one of those like 9-hour watches where I have a lot to do. Thank goodness. So I reached into my box of old trades and pulled out a tried and true. Joe was talking about the masters earlier, I think, of writing crime noir. I don't know of anybody that does it better than Brubaker, personally.
I agree.
One of my favorites. So I have not read this. I've read a lot of Brubaker. I have not read Velvet. So I started reading it and immediately just felt like, okay, I can't put it down. And I want to go out and see if I can find the next trade, because I don't have the trade that follows this, but I feel like I need it now. I won't go into the story. It's about, other than it's a spy versus spy type thing, betrayal. She is not what she seems type of, she's a badass, not what she seems type of story. But it's really good. I love Brubaker, one of my favorites. I've read a lot, but I know there's plenty more out there that I haven't read. It's kind of like lit the fuse a little bit to maybe get me to start reading more Brubaker than I have. I think he does a lot of like hardbacks, like stuff now, whereas this was actually a comic came out in issues, but really good. Highly recommend it if you like crime stories, especially like throwback type stuff. Back to when they talked a little funny. He does real good. Main thing about Brubaker I like is a lot of internal dialogue is going on without a lot of external dialogue. So you really, I don't know why. It's not like it's a lot less reading, I don't think, but it just seems to. I just seem to digest it better when it's like their internal dialogue as opposed to what they're saying verbally. I don't know. Maybe that's weird, but so I don't know. I like it. But he does a lot of internal dialogue where your main character is basically telling you the story in their head as you go through. So really like it. I did read. We had debated a little bit, not much, about maybe doing the Altered States Warlords as our 5-minute review instead of the Red Sonja, but ultimately decided that I would just cover it here. It is a Dynamite. The main story here, basically what you get here is Red Sonja, so far at least, is the main character, and she has found herself on the planet Mars, whatever. It's not Mars. I forget the name of the planet, wherever Deja is from, and she's finding it's almost a little bit like John Carter, only you have Red Sonja going there, and like, what the hell? Suddenly I can jump forever, and I'm very strong because of the gravity issue. And she gets there and almost immediately pisses off some sort of wizard, and now she's basically the wizards have ill intentions towards the people, but they're keeping it on the down low, whereas Sonja figured it out, and now she's trying to protect the people. And at the end of this, she's actually been frozen into stone. Several thousand years passes, and she's still frozen in stone. And suddenly, we get at the very last page, we get the introduction of another Earthling that has come. I forget what they call them, but basically another Earthling has shown up, and it is John Carter. So we don't see John Carter. We only know that he is mentioned by name at the very end of the book. So as you can tell by at least glean maybe a little bit from the cover, we're probably likely this is going to be another all-star cast, kind of like Dynamite Blood Red or whatever it was. Yeah, so yeah, pretty good. I'll keep reading this. I don't know if we may not cover it as a 5-minute review, but I'll keep reading it because I don't know, it's not bad. The last one here is let me pull up my
it seems like she's performing some type of first aid there.
I actually I actually felt like when I sent Joe the slide, and Joe's pretty liberal with a lot of this stuff, I feel like Joe might say, okay, no,
I'm fine. You covered it
up. Like, yeah, so but
she's checking her pulse. She's checking her pulse.
Basically, this story is this. It's silly adult. So you got to turn your brain off, and just other parts of your body are getting most of the blood flow anyway. But you basically have a girl who's a freshman in college moving into a apartment or a dorm or something. I think it's an apartment, and only to find out that the previous tenant there is haunting the place, because she had died during some erotia, what do you call it? Asphyxiation?
Autoerotic asphyxiation.
Yeah. She had died during some of that, and now she's haunting the place. And this girl, the living girl, has some powers. Like her dad was like a warlock, and she's almost a witch or whatever, or at least maybe knows a little something. So she's getting ready to like banish her from the apartment when this girl basically has sex with her. Then this ghost basically has sex with her. It wasn't consensual at first, but it quickly turned consensual.
It happens.
And so at the end, she decides, we can live together.
Nice.
So
it ends on an up note. That's good.
I do think that there is a part 2 to this, although I could not find it anywhere. So I don't know if it comes up, I'll probably read it eventually. But
if it was a Kickstarter, we might not get it anymore.
Yeah, it's this was a very short. It's only I think 18 pages. It's not a very long comic at all. But what do I give it? Where's my thing here? So basically, we did have lesbian sex scene with a ghost. So I think, and it was rather explicit, not weird, or it was nothing you wouldn't find on Pornhub probably, but I think for that alone, we'll give it 3 on the Vanya scale. It was so I think this is 2 weeks in a row we've had ghost sex, I think, actually. So I don't know what that says about me, but yeah, it's
nope, not ghosts.
We'll stick with 3. Ghost. It's my southern accent creeping out on me.
Nice.
There we go.
Solid three's decent.
Yeah, I'm comfortable giving it a 3.
Still think she's performed at First Aid. All right. I also went to the old trade paperback this week because I had bought Flops had a cover on Territory that I had funded on a Kickstarter. It was a nice little Godzilla 1 homage. And a lot of times if I'm gonna get a cover of a book that I haven't been following from the beginning and they offer a reasonably priced trade, I'll get the trade just so I could read the whole thing. And I read Territory. It was an interesting story. The art was good. Basically, you're getting a post-apocalyptic story where, the Earth has been destroyed, and now you basically have these rival tribes that tend to kind of worship some of these mutated beasts that exist on Earth now. And basically, you have the tribes kind of interacting and battling each other. And I don't want to give too much away in case anybody ever reads it. But it was a fun little story. You have kind of a female protagonist that you follow through the whole thing, so you can kind of follow her story, see her kind of tribe, the kind of problems with that. The beast that they kind of worship is that bear that has huge antlers. So it's kind of like monster / kaiju creatures. It was a nice concept, and it was a decent read. So if you find it in trade, I'd say it's a worthwhile read. I'll be reading Junk Punch this week. That's what I'll be reading. A lot of Junk Punch. And Styx, you got nothing this week, so I guess we're on to the Wiggle. All right, I got a few recommendations this week. I had to put them up because I, like Jedi, would have just fucking forgot them. I wouldn't have forgot the movie itself, but I got the names of some of these. There's no way I could not just have to write them down. So the first movie, I will say, Burial Ground.
Burial Ground.
Wow.
I've seen that.
Wow. And wow.
I'm not sure if this is an impressive. Is this like I'm impressed? Wow, or is this like this is terrible? But wow.
Let's see. I started off strong. This is the movie that has incest in it. So the person that's clipped in the person that's clipped in the middle there, who's actually a in this movie. In real life, when he filmed this, he was 26 and he's a little person, but he plays the son of this woman who just married this man, and they go to this they go to this new castle that he just bought, and they have all their friends there. Let's say a lot of randy things go on. The boy has a very, very uncomfortable obsession with his mother. And then all these zombies just start popping out of nowhere and attacking everybody. And craziness ensues. It's an insane movie. I don't understand the point of the incest angle in it, but let me just say it will leave you shocked. There's a scene in this movie that will make you uncomfortable and then shocked and then uncomfortable again. It is something. Let me tell you. And it's free on Tubi. And the kid, adult, but kid in the movie, is literally one of the weirdest, creepiest characters you'll ever see in a movie. Hands down. So that's my first one. My second one, I watched a lot of Italian stuff this week, is Your Vice is a locked room and only I have the key. really attractive women in this movie. I will say that. This is a interesting murder story where you have to kind of figure out who this murderer is. It has some twists and turns in it. Has a very nice, Zack Snyder would approve, slow motion lesbian scene. It's good stuff. I had a lot of fun with this. Edgewick Fenech and Anita Stringberg are both gorgeous and very easy on the eyes in this movie.
Do we get any 70s Bush in this one, or?
Hey, there's a lot of titty. There's not really much Bush in it.
No 70s Bush. Okay.
You get a quick pop of Bush in Burial Ground, and it is ample. But in this, really the only pussy that you really get is that cat there, whose name is Satan. But it has Luigi. I can never remember. I can't read Luigi's last name there. Italian guy. He's in a few. When you see him, you'll be like, I know this guy from something. He was in For a Few Dollars More with Clint Eastwood. He was one of the main actors in there. He plays a despondent writer who's a complete asshole and sadist as a husband. But the movie took some turns I was absolutely not expecting. So I recommend this. It was a fun watch. It went places I didn't think it was going to go. Last on my list is Tombs of the Blind Dead, which was again a very weird movie. It was a lot of again a kind of a zombie movie. Apparently, the Templars were Satanists, and they come back from the dead. So you get a lot of these basically undead zombies on horseback throughout this movie, which is weird for me to see zombies on horseback.
So they're crusaders, huh?
Yeah. Again, this was another movie that took some weird turns. You know, this girl and her boyfriend invite their other friend who's a girl who in the past had a lesbian relationship with this girl. It's teased. Kind of go on a train. The one girl just really doesn't like how the boyfriend is acting. So she jumps off the train randomly and then spends the night in this weird abandoned ancient Templar burial ground. And then she's killed. So most of the movie is the friend, the boyfriend trying to figure out what happened.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah. It was interesting. Zombies on horseback was kind of cool. I will say. A lot of zombies on horseback. And some pretty ladies as well. So
I have a question.
Yes.
Are they English dubbed? Is it got
the first two? Scrolling? The first two English dub. Tomb of the Blind Dead, I believe, was subtitled.
Okay. This one sounds interesting. So.
This one, I will say, if you watch Tombs of the Blind Dead, I will say please pay attention to the guy that works at the coroner's office, because he, again, a weird character, weird guy. Okay. But yeah, some fun movies. So what did you guys watch this week?
So for me, like Joe said earlier, I can't never remember. I gotta write this stuff down, but I did finally, as we're getting ready for the show, remember two movies that I watched this week. One of them I thought could have actually been pretty good if it was done better, and that was Contained, which is a zombie movie where you have a zombie outbreak, but some of the people turn into like full-fledged zombies. Other people are zombies, like part-time zombies. Like they'll be zombies for like a month, and then they'll like turn back to a regular person for like a month. Fun.
That's kind of weird.
And when they turn back into a zombie, they throw them into a room and contain them. I do think that this movie could have been. I mean, that's like something a little different at least. I just thought that it just wasn't made very well. I thought the lead actor was a terrible actor. But I don't know. I kind of like the idea of it. I just don't think the execution kind of sucked. A movie that I actually liked, which is a recent movie, I think it came out last year, was called Until Dawn. Has anybody seen that? Where
I can never remember the names of some of these movies.
It almost kind of reminded me like a little bit, but not really, of like, what's that Cabin in the Woods show? Kind of.
Was it based on the movie Until Dawn?
What? It was based on the video game, or I think it was based on the video game. Yeah. Yes, it was. Yeah. I thought it was pretty good, actually. Compared to some of the other stuff out there, I thought it was pretty good horror movie. I mean, it wasn't like terrifying or anything, but it was interesting. Other than that, what else did I do? So I'm caught up on Widow's Bay, which I think we're getting the season finale next week, I think, on Widow's Bay.
That's such a goddamn good show.
It is good. Yeah, it is good. And now, so are you caught up on it?
Oh, yeah.
Styx, I don't know if you're watching it yet. I know we've recommended
Not
it
yet.
to you several times.
I have more time during the summer.
Styx, it's so up your alley. You will enjoy it so much. You will love it.
I'm looking forward to it. I like what I hear.
The actress that played
Patricia?
God, she played the grandma in G.
Oh yeah. Oh, she's great too. She's fantastic.
Yeah. But this was like she's had like minor little like little bit of like parts in it, but she probably had her biggest action where she was going through the lineage.
Yeah.
That was hilarious. She's going through the lineage, like reading it, trying to find this last survivor of this bloodline, and she's like, they had children, but yeah, lesbian. She's like, will you stop saying lesbian? And she's like, oh, I can't say lesbian anymore. She goes, not like that. And she goes, okay. And then she goes on, she goes, okay, retard.
It's so good. The writing in it is so good. Her scene with the picture frame made me laugh as well. When the picture frame fell.
Oh yeah. I was dying. She just got through the whole lesbian thing, and she goes, "Oh, say, no, retard." That was so. Yeah, I think that's a real funny show. That show's pretty funny.
It's so well written, and it's such a wonderful blend of. It's a horror tale, but at the same time, a lot of things can't blend horror and comedy well, and a lot of times they'll put in humor, but it dulls the horror aspect of it, or vice versa. This is just perfect all around. I did watch that Zazie Beetz movie. I can't remember the name of the Zazie Beetz movie, but I did watch the Zazie Beetz movie. They
Will Kill You. I think They Will Kill You, right?
I'm not what I expected, but if you just want to watch just a good action romp, and of course there's a supernatural aspect to it as well, but it's fun. I enjoyed it. It was a fun watch. It was one of those ones where I just sat down and I was like, oh, I enjoyed that. It was nice.
The only other thing I watched this week, and Joe is really, I wouldn't say Joe's going to go. I know Joe really likes this show, so I finally watched Wonder Man.
I enjoyed it.
I did not like it. I did not like it. I just thought it was kind of like, okay, so you have a guy who has powers, but he doesn't want to be a superhero. He just wants to be an actor pretending to be a superhero. And I'm just like, what?
Well, he just wants to be an actor. Not necessarily.
Right, but he
does like this one character.
Wonder Man. That's like his dream job since he was a kid, right?
Dream job. You're right.
And my other question was, where in the timeline of Marvel, of MCU, does Wonder Man take place? Because is this back during the Accord still, when they're still like locking? Are they locking up people with powers now? in the MCU universe? Is this before or after the snap? I don't know any of that. I don't know. Did this take place
It's after the snap. It's definitely after the snap. That's happened.
Yeah, I watched it so long ago. I can't even remember piecing it together. But Ben Kingsley is delightful in it.
Yeah, Kingsley's good. I mean, I like the guy. I mean,
Definitely
the same
after
guy that played
Iron
in.
Man 3.
I didn't recognize him right at first, but it's the same guy that plays in Man on Fire, which I really like that show. I thought that was a good show. The actor.
I did watch that Jedi after you had mentioned it because I loved the movie and I was like, well, I want to see what they do in the series. The series was good. I really enjoyed it.
It's pretty good.
I was very pleasantly surprised.
It wasn't supposedly a prequel to it. It's just a retelling based on the subject matter of the book or whatever. Yeah. So, okay, whatever. I guess it could be a sequel if you wanted it.
They set it up. They can have another season. So,
yeah, but yeah, I don't know. I just thought Wonder Man was. I mean, I didn't. It's not like I turned it off, but I just kind of felt like,
right.
Okay. Why? First of all, why are they hunting anyone with powers? They all make it sound like it's to justify this. They almost made it sound like it's just to justify their existence of this bureau of whatever they called it. We have to go out and find people. We have to make them dangerous, even if they're not, because that's the only way we're going to get funding from the government. Which, as somebody that works for the government, Joe, you could probably attest to this as well.
Oh yes,
that's 100% true.
Some of that shit happens, but maybe not to that extreme. But I don't know, the whole thing about he didn't want to be a superhero because he just wanted to be an actor, and his dream job was to play a superhero.
Right.
I dug it. I dug it as just kind of a one-off series where I kind of shut out the rest of the MCU outside of Ben Kingsley's character. I just kind of shut a lot of that off, and I just kind of watched it as more of a self-contained story, and I kind of enjoyed it for that. It was I thought it was something nice and different from Marvel.
No, they are locking people up. JJ. They were the whole thing was with Kingsley was to put this guy in some sort of sting situation where that they can.
That's what Damage Control wants to do with him. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I realized the whole thing with the doorman or whatever, you couldn't be an actor because of liability issues if you have superpowers. Yeah. But beyond that, the Bureau of whatever Styx just said, they were trying to lock people up. Just anyone that had powers, they were like, we're going to lock them up. Okay, so are you going after Falcon? Are you going after Captain America? Are you going after
Yeah, I tried to shut off as much as possible the rest of the MCU out of my head when I watched that. I kind of wanted something more self-contained that I could just watch and this is an interesting story. And I felt they delivered it pretty well with that.
Well, we'll move on from that. Another show, if you're not watching, I don't know what's wrong with you, is Deli Boys on Hulu. It's on Hulu.
I haven't started it yet, but it is in my queue.
That show is so good. I like Deli Boys a lot. It's funny. Yeah, I just wrapped up season 2. It looks like there's going to be a season 3 based on how season 2 ended. It's something. I think there's only 6 episodes per season. Say 23 minutes an episode. It's easily bingeable. But I thought it was really, really good. Yeah, JJ liked it too. Hey, JJ and I agree on something.
I did watch, what was it, Alice and Steve? That's on Hulu as well. It's with Jermaine Clement, who I love her, from Flight of the Conchords and What We Do in the Shadows. I find him to be hilarious, and the woman has been in a bunch of British stuff as well. She's hilarious as well. I got a kick out of that series because the concept is great of 2 basically adult best friends who are a little neurotic to begin with, and Jermaine Clement ends up sleeping with his best friend's daughter, who's 26, and it causes all kinds of tension in the relationship between the friends.
I saw that.
And it's again, it's a lot of fun, quiet humor, which I enjoy. Like if you like Flight of the Conchords and stuff like that, it's that type of humor which I just enjoy.
Oh, I know I'm behind. I just realized I am behind, so I have something to watch tonight. Good. Devil in Silver. I think I'm behind.
I just finished it. I just finished it.
I think I'm an episode behind on that one. I think it's the finale's the only thing.
Cape, yes, and yes, Double J. I am watching Cape Fear. I've watched the first 3 episodes of Cape Fear. It is very good. It's different. It's definitely different, which I'm happy with. I didn't want them to just rehash the same old Cape Fear story again. So it's similar but different. Javier Bardem, good Max Cady. Very good Max Cady. Amy Adams, I like Amy Adams. And other guy, Conjuring guy. Decent. Not going to complain. Javier Bardem is good in it. And as always with shows like that, you will hate their kids because it's one of those shows where the kids fuck up everything. And, you constantly yelling, why are you doing that? Why don't do that? Why are you doing, but it's really, the first 3 episodes in, it's really well done. I'm enjoying it. I'll stick with it though. Yeah, the Simpsons parody was fantastic. But,
I got stuff to watch. I got to catch up on Dutton Ranch. I got to catch up on Devil in Silver, and I've been thinking about watching the Cape Fear. I just haven't done it yet. Maybe watch that.
I'm still watching that Tatiana Maslany show on Apple as well. Maximum Pleasure Guaranteed.
I've been able to pull the trigger on that one.
It's
one Silo coming out.
Still don't know.
They have a trailer. They had a trailer for it.
I think it's either later this month or early next month. I think.
Yeah, they just recently had a full trailer for it and mentioned the date. I just can't remember what the date is.
I want to say maybe July, but it could be later this month.
I need something because Apple is the worst service because they'll give you like 1 or 2 good shows.
July 3rd.
Like, oh, I really enjoyed this show. I want to keep up with this show. So now I'm going to keep Apple. And then Apple doesn't give you shit for months and months on end.
Yeah. July 3rd through September 4th.
Peacock is like that too.
Peacock. They'll give you that little dick tease of, hey, you know that movie that just came out in theaters? Hey, we're going to throw that up there. And I'm like, oh, that's great. I'll keep Peacock. And
I don't know why I'm still paying for Peacock. Honestly, I don't know why I'm still paying for it.
Yeah, it's awful. It's pretty bad. Although my wife won't like all the shitty.
How do we find time? I have nothing. I don't know, man.
As Jedi well knows, I don't sleep, so I'll watch movies till 4 or 5 in the morning. Especially Tubi stuff. I'm just laying here. I'm just gonna lay here and watch Italian horror films for the next 6 hours.
Why not?
Yeah, it's not like I watch TV all day. I mean, I don't watch much TV during the day at all, but usually at night, just not every night, I'm watching probably 4 to 5 hours of television every night. Something.
Yeah, I probably watch a movie, or if it's like a series, like the Cape Fear episodes and stuff like that, I'll watch like 1 or 2 of those things a night. It adds up. And on the weekend, well, I was recovering from minor heat stroke, so I was laying on my ass just watching TV for a while anyway.
Joe's watching TV out of one eye and Pleasantville.
Yeah, Pleasantville
out of the other eye. It's like
just
too many people going into his stream now.
Some big 70s Italian bush. That's all I was looking for.
I could watch a lot more television if I would do that thing. I don't know why I don't do it, where I just like have it running over here on the screen while I'm doing work or whatever on the screen in front of me. You just kind of have it in your peripheral over there because you're still. I think you can still get the gist of it. My son does that. My oldest son does that. He'll just he'll be gaming or whatever with his friends, but he'll have some show going off over here, and he'll pretty much be able to tell. He's comprehending a lot of it, but maybe not all those small nuances or whatever. But
here's the problem I run into, because I do watch Tubi a lot, especially late at night, because my wife doesn't want to watch all those weird
commercials. God, the freaking commercials.
I don't care about the commercials, but here's the problem I have. I'm good when I'm awake, but when I start to drift, I'm in the middle of a movie. And again, a lot of those 70s Italian movies all look and feel very similar. So I will fall asleep 3/4 of the way through one movie, wake up in the middle of another movie, and not realize whether I'm still watching the first movie or whether it's a different movie. And that can be problematic.
I do that. Yeah.
Especially if I can't find the remote.
Well, we still got a few more minutes before we hit 2.5 hours. So I said, do you think do you think they would lose viewers if they had a premium channel with no commercials? I would watch the hell out. I would pay for it, and I would watch it if they would get rid of the damn commercials. Is it like, and same with Pluto, I guess, but Tubi, but why won't they have a premium? Is it just like, no, this is free. We're just going to stick to our guns.
Yeah,
it's going to be free. Are they getting government funding or some shit? Why the hell can't they make a premium channel with no commercials?
I guess their model is just, hey, we're based on ad revenue.
Yeah.
Go with what you know.
Mm-hmm.
People can get in there for free. And like I said,
so you think they might lose advertising?
Might be the same goddamn ad all the time, but it's just,
yeah, a lot of them are the same ads.
I mean, I guess that's possible that you'd have like companies would be like, well, if you're going to offer premium, then why am I paying you all this money for commercial time? I guess that could happen. I don't know.
I would say I wouldn't be surprised if they go that route, if they keep doing some, because they've done some Tubi originals. And if they start producing more stuff, then maybe they'll want to juice up the budget a little more so that they can keep producing stuff. I don't want them to produce stuff. I just want the old garbage and schlock and shit like that they have up on there that I can watch for free and enjoy.
So
I get used to the commercials.
I want to shift gears again and talk about something, because Joe, you sent out the video of that guy, the comedian that does the thing, and he said, and I came back and said he had a lot of my pet peeves. I can't remember.
Oh, Joe DeRosa. Yeah.
Yeah. So actually, when I was watching that, I was kind of writing stuff down. And some of the things, he talked a lot about going to the movies and how it's just like not worth it anymore. And I know you probably agree with him.
Yes.
But so he talked about talking in the movies and people doing things in the movies, like on their phones or, talking, just being like, they don't know how to be outdoors anymore. A lot of people want to blame it on COVID, right? We've forgotten how to be social, social and nice to each other and not be, just.
I just blame it. I blame it all on social. A lot of people feel they are a lot of people feel they are the main character in everything.
What if this came to me, and I'm not saying this is an original thought because few of us actually have those, but what if they had the equivalent of air marshals in the theaters?
You know what?
That would just like, if some people are being like,
theater police.
Like, you used to have ushers
and be like, you're out of here.
But you used to have ushers, which used to give people stuff.
But now your ushers are like 18, 16 years old. They're not. They don't like conflict. Yeah, they don't like. They don't like conflict anymore.
That the kid from Simpsons.
Yeah. I mean,
I don't know.
So yeah, that struck a nerve with me. And something else he talked about in his little show, and he does his show weekly, I think. But he was talking about trailers and commercials. This drives me fucking crazy. If I'm buying a freaking movie, if I'm buying a movie ticket, I kind of equate that, at least in my little brain, as I'm paying for streaming services. You better not. You shouldn't be giving me commercials if I'm paying.
Yes.
To go see your movie. And not only that, the movies don't even start on time anymore. the commercials start when the movie's supposed to start, and then 20 minutes later, your movie will start. And it's freaking out of control. Somebody needs to do something about it. I don't know who it's going to be.
Yeah,
We need a superhero. That's what I'm saying.
Like I said, Joe DeRosa, look him up. He has a wonderful rundown of his experience going to see Mandalorian and Grogu.
Yeah.
And like I said, I agreed with him 100% about just the cost of the bullshit.
He talked about this. He talked about the snacks, but you can. I mean, you got to take, if you're going to talk about snacks in theaters, then you got to include ball games and things like that, concerts. $12 beers at a ball game. Yeah. You can't just say theaters. I mean, that's everywhere they do that to you. They fleece you at everywhere you go.
Yeah.
As far as the concessions.
Yeah. But your concessions are a little bit better elsewhere. I can go to a baseball game. I used to go to Orioles games up in Baltimore, and you used to be able to get, it was a whole turkey leg, a big fucking medieval times fucking turkey leg. And it was a little pricey, but it wasn't crazy, but it was something unique and different. You go to a movie theater, it's like you're literally getting shit. You're getting popcorn, which costs next to nothing to make. You're getting soda, which costs next to nothing. And it's just a lot of fucking money for.
Commercials are crazy. RP.
But yeah, the commercial thing is ridiculous. It's like, I'm already here. I'm already consuming a product. Why are you asking me to consume more?
Yeah, the guy, again, I don't remember his name, the comedian guy. He actually I don't think he's wrong at all, but he was talking about, for what you get, popcorn, a soda, a bag of like popcorn, Skittles or whatever, you could go out and get steak and lobster at Outback.
He had the Sizzler. He had the Sizzler menu up. You could get the upgrade steak.
I didn't know there were still Sizzlers out there, but you're right. He used Sizzler as an example.
And granted, I don't like Giardia.
You can eat barbecue ribs
any more than the next person, so I don't really eat at Sizzler. But the fact that you can go to a place and literally get an 8-ounce steak, a lobster tail, unlimited salad bar, and a drink cheaper than you can go to the movie theater and get a thing of popcorn, 2 sodas, and a bag of candy is insane. Nuts. Crazy. But yeah, I saw that and I was like, he was locked in. I was like, that is what's in my brain about the movie.
He hit a lot of my pet peeves, a lot of them. And he was talking about how AI is just going to replace the whole movie industry, the actors and all that. I don't believe that. I don't think the union would ever allow that to happen. I don't think that's ever going to.
The funny thing is, like, everything you're seeing on the goddamn screen is fake anyway. So what the fuck?
Yeah, but yeah, the actors and the unions are going to hang on. They're going to make sure that that doesn't completely take over. I think. I don't think. I've worked with unions before.
It won't.
Those guys.
It definitely won't. But the idea is you're basically getting a highly manufactured product to begin with.
I agree, Tyson. That's about the height of my sophistication as well. Chili's and Outback. I get a little nervous that I have to go somewhere else anymore.
Chili's is all right. Outback? No, come on now.
Outback.
Hey, there's an etiquette to eating that blooming onion sticks. I mean, if you do it.
Is the etiquette make sure you can get home within 30 minutes so you can shit?
Yeah.
Right. Fried food.
It was fun. I haven't watched his latest one, but I was thinking about checking it out. May do it tomorrow.
I like cranky videos of cranky men that are about my age complaining about things. It's just that's in my wheelhouse of stuff.
The only thing that drove me crazy, and I put it in our chat. I was like, the fact that and it may be a regional thing. So if I'm offending you, I certainly don't mean to. But the fact that he wasn't wearing socks drove me nuts. He was wearing tennis shoes with no socks. and he couldn't keep his legs still. His legs were all over. I expected him to be behind his head at one point. His legs were all over the place, and he wasn't wearing socks, and that drove me with shoes, and that drove me nuts. But other than that,
like I said, every now and then I come across a good video on the YouTubes, and I'm like, okay, this person's speaking to me. It's rare I find that anymore on the YouTube.
Texas Roadhouse.
I was like, this is speaking to me directly. I agree. I agree with 99.9% of his issues.
Talking in movies doesn't bother me near as much as cell phones. Bringing out your cell phone in a movie drives me nuts.
I hate talking.
It's a distraction. A lot of times the movies are so loud anymore that someone really has to be talking pretty, and they have to be either like right next to you, or they really have to be like being a complete asshole for you to hear it. But if one motherfucker pulls out a cell phone, your eyes can't help.
Yeah, you see that light immediately.
It just pulls your eyes. You can't help it. It's like a reflex almost. So turn the motherfucker off. My son's had to stop me from getting that because he don't like conflict. He's like, Dad, don't. Just don't. So I'm like, all right.
Hey, turn off your goddamn phone.
Yeah, they just need to make the theaters just a big fuck off Faraday cage and just kills the cell signal forever.
I might have told the story before. I went down and tapped a guy on the shoulder one time before, very polite. I said, excuse me, would you mind turning off your phone? It's distracting. And the guy says, it's work. And I'm like, I don't give a fuck. Take your work outside.
Yeah, take it outside.
Take it outside.
I don't care if it's work. That's not my problem.
I'm sorry. Work doesn't want to hear Fast and the Furious 5 either. Just go.
Are you talking that intern through a tracheotomy? I don't think so. Think of it.
Yeah. People. Yeah. I still can't think of the word I'm trying to think of. But anyway, I'll step off that now. We'll step off. We're over. We're at the time where we need to be talking about Dom being on SNS tomorrow now.
Yeah. Luckily, no SNS tomorrow for Dom. So he's. I guess he gets a full weekend off.
Yeah. Until Sunday.
Dom will hit me up in chat. He goes, my father was, my cousin, my brother's sister's cousin's aunt was like in the hospital. I'm like, damn it. Now I feel like shit.
I'll feel bad. No, knowing him, he just got into some yelling match on the subway. And
the subway.
It was too angry to come on.
I worry about Dom in New York, especially after some of the stuff I've seen on the news about the games and people getting like their jerseys and stuff ripped off because they were wearing a Spurs jersey and they were getting harassed as they came. I was like, because I see Dom as the kind of person that if he sees somebody in trouble, he's probably going to step in and be like, hey, knock this shit off. That's how I see Dom. I have a lot of Dom, he's like a little superhero, but I worry about him because, get yourself in trouble doing shit like that.
Benny the Rod, baby. Benny the Rod. Yeah. Well, thank you for sticking around with us tonight and listening to our diatribe about the shittiness of the movie-going experience.
Movie theaters. And my bitterness over the Spurs blowing a 29-point lead. I'm sorry, I can't help it. I'm still bitter about it.
I stopped watching pro basketball years ago. I watched
the playoffs. And if it wasn't the Spurs, I'm actually a Rockets fan, but I'm a Texas team. If it wasn't the Spurs, I wouldn't give a shit. But it's the Spurs, and I was like,
nope.
I'm just watching baseball.
I only give a shit about the Spurs when David Robinson was on the team. Then who cares now?
The hockey has been
I only watch NBA when it does become the playoffs and the Knicks are in it. I'll watch. So,
like I said, the Stanley Cup Finals have been outstanding. Amazing games. Yes. A lot of fun. And my Pirates actually win a game every now and then, so I can watch baseball again. So I'm happy.
Oh, what was it? I'm sorry. Did we miss JJ's socks question? What was his question?
There's a socks question in here.
He said, I need an answer to my socks question. Did we miss it?
Oh, I don't know. I'm looking.
Okay, wait. What's worse? Shoes with no socks or socks with sandals?
Socks with sandals is just a goddamn abomination.
Oh.
Like you take that hippie shit somewhere else. I don't mind I don't mind tennis shoes without socks sometimes. I will say I'm guilty of it sometimes. I head to the pool, I throw on an old pair of beater shoes, and I'm not throwing socks on when I'm going to the pool. I'm going to a goddamn pool.
Right.
I have to say,
I don't do it going out anywhere in public outside of going to the pool. But
so I have to say, and again, if you wear shoes with no socks, okay. If you wear shoes and no socks and you're like doing some PT, if you're out exercising or you're running or whatever, I'm okay, whatever. But if you're just like making a day of it, shopping at Target, walking around in whatever shoes and no socks, that's shoes are gonna smell. It's gonna be nasty. Socks with sandals just means you're a nerd. You're just a geek. Yeah, you're a nerd.
You probably smell like patchouli.
But at least your shoes don't smell like sour fucking like icks. I mean, that's what socks are, anyway. So the answer to your question, JJ, I don't know which one's worse. I'm still gonna say shoes with no socks is worse, because socks with sandals just means you're just a nerd.
Yeah, they're both bad in very different ways.
Neither one's good. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Oh. Good old spud web.
I wear sandals. Sorry.
That is true. They do never wear sandals. They don't stay on their feet. But yeah. So well, again, thanks for hanging out with us. We'll be back next week, Father's Day weekend next week.
Whoop, whoop.
Yeah. I look forward to a nice, quiet weekend. That's the one thing I love about Father's Day. Say, what do you want for Father's Day? I just want to sit on my ass and do nothing. Yep. I'm okay with that.
Let me take a nap. That's what
I'm happy with a nap. I'm gonna maybe have a sandwich. That's all I want.
Yeah, sandwich.
Yeah, whiskey and tobacco are fine odors. A nice oakiness or a rich mahogany is also nice.
My uncle, rest his soul, used to smoke a pipe. I thought that was the greatest smell in the entire world.
I smoked a pipe for a while. When I quit smoking, I was like, okay, I can't just quit smoking. And I transitioned to just smoking a pipe. Yeah, I just sit on the porch, smoke a pipe. I enjoyed it. It was very relaxing, and the smell was fantastic too.
Cigars, on the other hand, yeah. But pipe,
I never mind smoking a cigar back in the day. But yeah, if somebody else was smoking a cigar, I couldn't stand the smell.
Because every time I smoked a cigar, I've tasted it for the next 4 days. I cannot get the taste out of my mouth. I'm like, no.
Pipes are always like that. All right, kids.
I digress.
Well, we shall see you next week. We'll figure out something. Hopefully we can make BK happy again. So take care, everybody.
2 weeks in a row? I don't know. Yeah.
Have a great week. If it's hot as shit where you're at, like it is here, hopefully that heat breaks soon, because it's goddamn unbearable. So until next week, kids, take care.
Bitches leave.
The qualified. The qualified. The qualified.